why they call me undisputed. I'm ranking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? Undefeated, locked and loaded, we about to blow. Caught 'em with that left, I leave 'em tapped out on the floor. Sounding itchy, sticky, swishy, watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone, yeah.
Culture to fire the breath. King of the jungle and beat my chest. They say I'm posing the threat. Just like a puppet, I'm cutting the net.
Bring on my finger, but yes. Like playing chess and I don't even sweat. That's what I call it finesse. That's what I call it finesse. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show. Crossing my heart, they know we are undefeated. That's why they call me undisputed. I'm ranking up another season.
I need to keep you around with my feet tied, tied to the ground. The end's nowhere to be found. I don't know why you don't leave me to drown. Oh, don't know where to go unless you say. Don't know what to do unless you stay. Thinking that today will be our day again. Winning, losing, either way I'm there. Got an attitude, I'm off the roof, up in the air. This run I make it count, yeah, I'm talking right now. Feel like the comeback kid, got no time to spare. Double up score, 22 to 4. You know I win a lot, gotta win one more. On a hot street, never gets old. Soda with the ace and my team went gold. Why am I playing with time as it's ticking away? It's ticking away. I'm asking why.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got an amazing match for you tonight. My name is Artemis, and this is my co-caster. Yeah, absolutely. We've got a great match for us. It's the semifinals for the NECC playoffs. Our Valorant Black team, also known as our C team, has made it to the playoffs. They had a great season led by their captain, Pants Thief, or Wade. And they had a really good match that was last streamed on this Twitch channel last week. They won the third map. I believe it was Abyss. Is that correct? The second map was Abyss. And then the third map was Split, I believe? Yeah. Yeah, I believe. Yes, 13-7. I believe you're right. They had a really good last map, which makes me curious as to their map picks. We actually do have their map picks. The first map is going to be Haven with MSU on attack. The second map will be Bind with MSU defending first. And if it goes to a third map, that third map will be Split with MSU defending first. It's going to be a great set of maps. Haven, always going to be rotate sided. That's where your sentinels are going to be shining on defense as they lock down their specific parts of each site. We're going to be looking at KJ setups in Garage. The KJ bot watching Garage is just wonderful for map control. And we could also see a Cypher pull out. I'm not sure. Wade Pantsleeve is great on both KJ and Cypher, so I'm excited to see how it goes on. What do you think? I haven't really seen anything from the opposing side, but what do you think is going to be important to look at this map on Haven, Landon? Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Anchors are very important when it comes to Haven because it's a three-sided map. Rotates are almost inevitable, and as we say this, looks like we are going to be getting into the game and looking at map and character selection. First, starting off on MSU's side, we've got Jet from Pants Thief. We've got the Breach from Kevin, and the Omen from Citri, the Cypher from Yusk, and the Clove from Panda. We've got a double controller setup. Pants Thief is hovering the Yoru, which is an interesting pick here. Yeah. Why don't you call out the cast for the opposing side, Drexel? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of not as careful smokes from MSU, just because they are playing two characters, two agents that have regenerative smokes. We're going to see a lot of slow pushes from the side of Drexel whenever they get the chance on attack. But as I say this, we are going to be getting into the first round with two ghosts coming from MSU Esports. Wade Pants Thief with the Frenzy. I'm interested to see how the Yoru play is going to be going on here, considering I really haven't seen Pants Thief's Yoru yet, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. Oh boy.
I'm out of here.
Whoa. Look at this dynamic between Clove and KJ. Just right next to each other. Let's see what happens here. Oh. And Maddie Citri gets the kill just by a hair. Wonder why she didn't heal there. Panda. So
Time to jump.
Panda.
30 seconds left.
Both. Yeah, it's becoming a
Last player standing.
used to clean it up with the 3-guy. Big flawless round coming from MSU. As we talked about before this match started, we got a rotation. Just MSU playing the map, really not committing to anything there, but that's their strong suit. I mean, Hendrix completely left A wide open after getting contact in the mid and the garage, and just allowed them to sneak into plant and secure the round. Trips coming from Yusk so that they don't have a flank going on. And if only they had a high penetration weapon, could have gotten that. MSU just completely left that site, not allow. Whoa.
That's a kill.
I'm not sure what's.
Refreshing.
Panda's doing a really good job selling this C side as Reach
One
just
enemy remaining.
completely slips by the Soba that's holding down B.
Spike planted.
Aw. Absolutely. I mean, Panda was really pivotal in that round, considering, you know, he sold the C plant, and again, they just snuck right into A. Maybe we're gonna see a Hendrix switch their KJ to A this time, so that, you know, they don't keep slipping through the cracks.
Forever.
Yep. Yeah, wonderful. It's really good to have more than half of your team left on the bye round, as it allows you to have a stronger push to win your bonus round. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that don't know, a bonus round is after your team wins the first round and gets their bye round where they have enough money to buy rifles or adequate guns, and to reset the economy so that everybody has the same amount of money.
I'll make that killjoy
This
cry.
is their bonus round where they use the old weapons from previous rounds, and a lot of times the bonus round is not winned by the people that bought first. No way.
Time to jump. Flash out.
Little do they know that Breach just completely ran away. Neon is still looking for
This
him.
coming through.
No way. MT6 opts to save the Phantom. Does he get it? It does look like he will. Yeah. Oh, wow. That was really close. You know, as I say that, saying that it was unlikely that MSU won their bonus round, we do see a really, really early timeout, and does allow, you know, us to come back to the caster's cam real quick. And yeah, that's really early of a timeout. I'm not sure why. It's first 3 rounds. You know, you lost your buy rounds. You really don't want to time out on a round that you're going to be saving your economy, because if I do tab right here, most of them have little to no money. We've got 1,800 credits from Bitpumpkin, 700 credits from MT6 because he did save that rifle, 2,900 from Neon, and so forth. What do you think of this timeout, and do you think this spells any danger for MSU? I don't think they will.
Repel them.
Careful.
Depending on the timing that's taken here, Long could, you know, overwhelm them at the same time, but hopefully the KJ does not get any kills while he's does get stunned out.
Found them. Almost down. 30 seconds left.
Oh no.
Got one. Last player standing.
No more secrets.
Spike planted.
Yeah, and you... Sorry, go ahead.
Where should we go,
And you know that Maddie Citry was going to be there. The cross from both the teammates were really good there. I mean, it's hard to win whenever you're pushing into 2 teammates that are basically at you from a 90-degree angle. One you're watching, but one directly to your left. The positioning from Valorant was very good in the ending parts of that round. I do feel bad for KJ though. I mean, she got all of the utils.
Blinded. Cover going out.
Enemy mark.
Yeah, yeah. Back like I never left.
Cage triggered.
Cutting through. Who's next?
Last player standing.
Oh,
One enemy remaining.
does.
I survived
Yeah,
obliteration.
closer than it should
I
be.
will survive
Not
them.
so sure about that. I mean, Wade Pansteep was at a pretty low health, and you know, the take from Hendrix was okay at best. I mean, they were trading, but MSU just had their numbers, and Pansteep definitely played his ult well, stalling. Just Hendrix was way too scared to get on to Spike in that situation.
Watch this!
I almost want a Yoru clone into this garage, as Pansteep has played it a lot, and I feel like Neon isn't going to check for that clone. Neon's probably just going to want to spray and pray, and if a Yoru clone does come out, you know, that's going to be so good for MSU. But as I say this, they do lean. Whew.
I know exactly.
I would have waited. I definitely would have.
30 seconds left.
Shadows traveling.
Spike planted.
Deploying drone.
Ooh. This could be so good.
Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
You know, I do want to point out, I did like the preemptive hold from Panda's aim there. As you saw, I'm not sure if the audience saw this, but he held a wider angle because he heard Neon running. As the audience may know, Neon, whenever he runs or she runs, I think it's a 2 times run speed, and it's a lot harder to predict. So Panda had a wider hold on that angle. Ooh.
Cutting through.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
I love the trip wires from Cypher. You know, a lot of faults that Cypher has as a player, or whenever people play them, is that they don't realize that they have 2 tripwires on attack. You know, a lot of the first tripwire does come from flank watch, making sure that they don't take as much space as possible from the enemy. But you know, having an extra tripwire to place down during post plant is really important because it makes retaking that much harder.
Turret out. Blocking sight.
Okay.
triggered.
Hendrix definitely has the more space when it comes to this round. Took up C, they made MSU scared, and it looks like Hendrix is going to be probably pivoting towards A or B, knowing that they have that much space.
Cage triggered.
30 seconds left. Spike down B. Last player standing. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's really good to see, especially considering that a 7-5 half is pretty good. I would like to see probably an 8-4 half come from MSU Esports, considering that Haven is such an attack-sided map. However, you know, MSU Esports is making it look easy. They get 7 in a row. They're basically throwing the kitchen sink of pushes. They're pushing literally each and everything, and switching it up almost every round. I love to see it.
Enemy tag.
Off your feet!
Oh no.
Pitiful.
Spike
Great
planted.
You know, everybody was ready to execute off of it and gave MSU Esports that site.
Panda does go down. Oh my gosh, this Neon is playing out of their mind right now. Looking to stick.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
gets off, tries to take the duel. Do you think Kevin stalled it out enough?
Absolutely.
Should be another round for MSU.
And I was just informed via stream chat that unfortunately MSU Organism's audio was not working for the beginning of this stream. How does it feel to finally be heard from stream, Landon?
Dude, I've been casting and stuff, man. I was doing good work out here.
He's
Come
been
on.
casting so well. I feel so bad for not checking earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also the one that's streaming. I'm doing 3 things right now. I'm streaming, casting, and I'm also observing the game. So I feel like a one-man band here, and I do apologize for not getting that earlier. And I do apologize to Landon because his beautiful casting was not being broadcasted.
Not heard, not heard. Well, into this round, it looks like MSU's getting their usual, that default on grass and towards C, but they are backing out of it a lot earlier than usual. Looks like Kevin's taking a little bit of space on long. They might be interested in trying to follow that up, but Omen's got a really good read on this. Does see them pretty early. It should allow for the other team to rotate really quickly. Does he know Kevin's up this far? He doesn't, so Kevin gets a free pick. Sova could slow this push down a lot, but it looks like he decides to back up and just play with his team. Probably going to be just a full retake for the other team, and MSU is just going to have to sit and hold it. They have a lot of util to get that done. Does decide to use the KJ ult, so this retake becomes a little more difficult for MSU. Kevin finds one in heaven, so that should make it a little bit easier. Panda with one on MT6, Panda with one on Facade.
Wow.
Great no-scope from the Neon here. A little interesting Clovolt there from Panda. Probably not necessary, but decides to pop it anyway.
Yeah.
Getting close to the end of the half. Probably doesn't want to sit on the Clovolt for too long. Either way, Panda gets him with a nasty angle. And another round for MSU.
No, the ult, you're right. The ult was pretty questionable, but just the aggression in general from Panda was a masterclass. He knows that he knows that he needs to do as much damage as possible before that KJ ult procs, and he definitely has a window where that ult procs, he gets killed, and he can revive. He's basically immune at a certain point, and he uses that to his advantage and just basically completely ignores the KJ ult. I love that aggression.
Yeah, really good round from MSU. Looks like this round they're choosing to go for a default. Taking a little bit of contact on C-Long, but not really committing to any fights, just kind of strafing in and out of that. Does look like Kevin might take contact with MT6 here. I don't think either of them really know the other one's there. They do now trade a few bullets. Doesn't seem like much came out of it. MT6 does take some damage through that smoke. Kevin getting a really good spray. Neon gets baited by the Yoru clone, but then does find the real Yoru hiding in the back. Probably looking to re-peek here into Citry. MSU's MSU's default is was looking really good, but now they're not really finding that opening pick that decides where they're going to go, and that seemed to be their game plan going into a lot of rounds. So we need to see them very quickly either commit to something or find one of those opening picks. Something's got to happen, or this stalemate is going to win out in the favor of the defense for sure.
Yeah, hopefully we do not see a timeout. It does look like we're going to see
30 seconds left.
Just crazy push off of B, and this Jet.
Oh, Pumpkin finds one backside. Does go down to 5 HP. This Neon's on a really close angle, but does have that Marshall. Shouldn't be too dangerous to the side of MSU. They're flooding from A Link here. Does get one, gets traded immediately. Panda and Kevin both find one of their own.
Refreshing.
One enemy remaining.
Oh boy.
Last player
Panda gets
standing.
one. Last player's 5 HP.
It's so
Kevin
over.
should have this in the bag. Shouldn't be too much of a threat here.
It's
The other-
so over.
MSU pinging the spike for their teammate. Good players. Good players.
Get a stun right off of ping. It's just over. It's
Yeah. I respect the stick from Pumpkin, but there's no win in that round.
Last round before the switch.
I did not expect that. I did not know that was a sticker, to be honest.
I didn't know that was the sticker either, but that's crazy.
Yeah, they kind of interesting because I do want to say MSU Esports had a much harder time with their previous opponent. I believe that was oh my goodness, the name please. Do you remember?
Georgia. It was Georgia. Bulldogs.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah. 'Cause I remembered it was Bulldog versus Bulldog action. Looking much easier for MSU.
Pants Thief with the opening pick with the op, taking off on attack on Yoru. Wild decision, but it does pay off. Looking to use that Yoru ult probably to get a lot of information on this B site and maybe execute onto it. Looks like Panda's choked right up with him. Citry now ulting in to be there with him as well. The whole team really using a lot to get in here where this Yoru is, but it looks like it worked out really well. They get a free site. Looks like most of the retake is going to be from A-Link, but Jet does walk around to help with the C-Link, trying to really split up this retake. Panda's in a really good spot here, gets one. MT6 does get one on Citry, but Panda's still in that good spot, does go down. Wade's going to have to go big here. Pants Thief gets one.
Just a really bad situation for Hendrix. It's a 2v3 situation. Breach is still alive with that stalling util. You know that C is going to be coming out.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just pretty much over. It's going to be a 11-1.
Dude, Kevin, man. Kevin's hitting the shots today. He's looking really good. The whole team looking good, but Kevin especially is just tapping people in their forehead.
And it's Dingus does die to Spike. An unfortunate death. The MSU hold is just way too good. They get in, they plant, they get out. I do like the B site hold that they have. It's kind of a hybrid. I'm not exactly sure how it kind of works, but it seems like there are two people that stay on site, and the rest will like play for time, and Breach is always playing for time because of his util. His util is just so good. But as we get into this attacker side, for Hendrix, we're going to be able to see MSU's defensive side shine, and hopefully they can just, close it out 13-1.
Yeah, that would be ideal, but in the last series, MSU won 1 out of 5 pistol rounds. So we won't hold our breath on that too hard, but we do hope that that is what happens. Looks like Kevin's going to be taking the first contact here from Long. It's really fast hit here from Hendrix. They're getting really aggressive, looking to make something happen pretty early in this round. There's already 4 players here for Mississippi State, and I think if Hendrix figures that out, they might rotate. If they don't, I think it bodes very well for MSU. KJ Molly does take down Kevin. Didn't really walk out of it. I think he was worried about peeking into 4 of them.
Oh no.
Oh, Wade almost goes crazy, but does whiff a little bit there towards the end. And not able to secure that kill. It's all going to be up to Panda. We have seen him make some pretty X-Factor plays. He's been that element that MSU needed more than once, many occasions. So let's see if he can make anything happen with this flank.
I love this timing. They have no idea they're up. Oh, but they are looking towards A short for some reason. Oof.
Ooh. Yeah, really good dink there from Panda, but not enough to get the pick, and then it's just 3 people swinging at you immediately. So unlucky.
Unlucky. Yeah. As you said, their last series they did lose 5 out of 1. MSU did win their first pistol round of the half, but let's just hope they don't lose the next 4 and keep the same track record on pistols.
Hopefully we don't even see that many pistol rounds. Fingers crossed, but
fingers crossed.
you know, quick 2-0, 2 maps. Don't want to see the split again. It was good. We saw it. We don't need it. But going into this round, does look like a really fast C hit for the side of Hendrix. Looks like they're trying to make something, again, happen really early in the round. Looks like they're avoiding 5v5 and looking to get these picks, like that one Facade just got onto Panda and the one that Neon just got onto Youth. So really good executes here from Hendrix. Fancy does trade one back. Pumpkin going really low here, trying to wallbang, but doesn't hit a single shot on it. Kevin out of bullets in that classic, but he's flashing again. He's swinging. He gets one. Stuck in that corner, not a lot he can do. Fancy does have this buck. He could make something happen, maybe. It's gonna be rough with just the bucky.
They're just unfortunately holding wide angles. As soon as they find out that Fancy is holding a shotgun in his hand, the enemy decides to hold from long angles so that he can't get in close and personal like he wish he could. I wish I saw more of a hold from the backside of C so that he could have caught, so that Wade could have caught them back over here as I'm pointing out on the map. But you know, can't expect much from a save round. Thankfully, we do have rifles coming from both teams in this next round.
Yeah, looks like a pretty big default here from Hendrix. They're not really stacking too heavily towards anything. Definitely the most players mid, but that's pretty standard with a Haven default, so I don't think that's anything super big strat-wise. Looks like they are leaving that C long. They just wanted to get that orb for the KJ. Might be looking to go A and get the other orb. Just get this KJ ult online as soon as possible in the half. But yeah, it looks very defaulty, grouping up around Garage and A.
Camera taken out.
Use does see the Sova drone and the Jet, so he knows 2 are probably grass. Does look like they're pivoting towards his A hit, though. Only Kevin there. He is Heaven, so he can just get off and they can play 5-man retake. But it's definitely not ideal. You're hoping that Kevin maybe finds one on his way out here, and then that makes this a lot more winnable of a round. Does get a good dink onto the Neon. Is getting wall banged pretty heavily. Looks like they're still... Oh, all of MSU is rotating, but it looks like Hendrix might be rotating out. They might be trying to go, pivot back, maybe hit C. But C right now is completely empty. That Cypher trip will slow him down a little bit, but not enough to buy enough time for anyone to get there and get a pick off of it. So this could be a really good play. One does go through Garage. Panda trying to find a wall bang through 2 walls, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't find any damage through 2 walls, but worth a shot, I suppose. Looks like it's just going to be a really hard flood retake from MSU. They're trying to get this Garage control so they can flood from 2 sites, but Pansy is out on site, does go down. Dingus finding 2, Panda and Yusk as well. Yusk gets 1 before he goes down. Kevin gets a trade. Kevin's on site along with Citry, just getting spammed. Facade trying to stall this defuse as much as they can. The Garage player is going to be really big here for Hendrix. They've got to get on this spike and stick it for a little
One
bit.
enemy remaining.
KJ does go down. It's just the garage player now. Citri doesn't have a whole lot of time here to play with.
Oh yeah.
Just sticking,
yes.
just sticking, just
Yes.
sticking. It's huge.
Yes.
And she wins the round and finds the pick onto Omen with a big clutch from Citri.
Let's go.
Match point.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Those kind of clutches are why we cast. That, I don't know, that timing was gross.
Yeah, really good round.
Yeah, Citri's decisiveness, knowing that, you know, it's getting down to the wire and it's now or never. And the Clove smoke coming from Panda just goes to show why he decided to pick Clove. And I definitely believe that's why they won that round.
Yeah, looks like another bit of a default here out of Hendrix, but we've seen Citri have definitely the most improved player award for Mississippi State. Started this season, wasn't hitting those shots or getting those clutches near as often, but really locked in towards the second half of the season is making a big difference in playoffs. And that's what you love to see, a team constantly growing and evolving and getting better. It does look like a hit for Hendrix. They're trying to make something happen, but there's a decent amount of MSU players here. It looks like we have 3. The other 2 are afraid of that rotate that we had last round, so they're not rotating near as fast. They're looking mid. Citri does find a pick onto the jet mid. That's going to cause a lot of issues here for Hendrix. They're now a player down on their execute, and they got a little bit of damage on Panda, but that's about it.
Oh.
Dingus does even up the numbers, but Citri immediately trades one back. MC6 going down. Neon goes down. Pan Thief on site by himself, 10 HP, does decide to just get off and play this retake with the rest of his team. But it's going to be a 4v2 retake. It looks like Panda looking for a long flank with that lower HP. He's just hoping to find a free pick. Does get seen by the alarm bot, which does give that away, but still probably going to just hold the flank, and that way this op's getting value. Facade might have a timing on Panda here. Sure does.
KJ ult. Yep. I knew it was going to come out after Orb came down. He's just maximum.
Still?
So they're going to have to push.
Yeah, still 1v2 though. It's not impossible. Oh, as I say that, Facade clutches out the round. I think MSU there needed to be a lot more stacked together and push that KJ as a unit, but overall not a terrible round from either team.
Yeah, I really did not want to see a flank in that situation, considering it's a 4v2. You can just play trades, especially since two of the MSU players were low. No need to get any flanks or timings because you're so far up on numbers, and that first kill allowed KJ to get that KJ ult and secure the round.
Yeah, a little bit of a blunder there from Panda. Probably should have just held really far back with that op and looked for exit frags. Neon getting a really early pick in this round. Looks like Hendrix is going for a C split, the MSU Classic from last half. They're trying to see if they can make it work on their terms. Does seem to be going pretty well. This jet is going to pop out right behind Cypher. Beautiful timing there for Pumpkin. Dingus finds another one as well. It is a save for the side of MSU, so this isn't too bad of a round to lose. If you've got to lose one, this is it. But they probably were looking to get a lot more eco damage than they're currently on track to get.
Unfortunate.
Last player standing.
Yeah, Pan Thief last alive, 20 HP with this shorty. Unless they just walk into him like AI, it's going to be pretty hard for him to get any value here. He does need to make sure that he dies. It gets a little bit more money for his team if all 5 members are dead. He can die to Spike to prevent the side of Hendrix from getting any more ult orbs. But honestly, as long as he goes down either way, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think that one orb is going to make a huge difference in this. But you definitely want to get your econ up as a unit so that we don't have to have as many of these save rounds. So he needs to make sure he's going down to this Spike. He's got a great timing on Nova.
Oh, man.
MT6 turns around at the perfect time, but again, as long as he dies, I don't think it's too big of a deal.
Yeah, me either. Just a save round from MSU. There's not much to compensate. Not much that they could have done differently, besides just hold their sight like they did have rifles. Wish I saw more smokes come out of this round. You know, holding from a smoke with a shorty is always a surefire way to scare the enemy and hopefully get kills, but did not see that come out.
Yeah, at the very least, the smokes could have caused some chaos and made it a little messier, which is great when you have worse guns. But this round, it looks like a very proper A hit out of the side of Hendrix with KJ fishing for a little bit of information down mid. Does get that alarm bot destroyed immediately. I'm sorry, the turret destroyed immediately and has to use that alarm bot for flank, which is great for the post plant. Dingus finds an opening pick on a Wade on this A exec. Kevin is shooting into that smoke and hitting everything but the other team somehow. Kevin goes down to the jet. He gets one, but instant trade back, and then Citry goes down as well. Panda in another 1v4 situation does have a rifle this time, but really unfortunate to see this round go this way for MSU when they just had to pop an eco round, and now they'll probably be right back into another one.
Yeah, really unlikely for Panda to win this round, considering that Heaven is just such a big point of contention, and pretty much always predicted for players to come out of. I mean, there could have been a lurk, but there were two on the lurk or on the flank watching it, and MSU is gonna have to take another save if they know what's good for them. The Marshall does come out from Pants Thief, probably gonna find something on C, as we've seen in the past, but I do want to take a look at our kills. MSU is leading in kills overall on average, also on assists. It's a mix-up actually.
Fancy for the big opening pick with that Marshall, making that very much worth the money. Takes down the Opper. KJ does immediately pick it up. Looks like Panda's gonna peek as well. Instantly gets shut down. Should be a pretty easy take here. Pansy opting to just get off that site and look to maybe find another pick with this Marshall from a long angle. Does tag Neon, only needs one more shot to get that pick. Hoping to wallbang something. The Marshall does not have enough wallbang damage to kill even if he did hit, but he does miss them all. Neon stuck in that tight corner.
Ooh, this timing.
Dingus with a really good timing here. Pants Thief trying to make something happen, but just too many players, too many guns, too many crosshairs, and can't close it out.
I can hold an area pretty well myself. Make sure to cover the angles I can't.
MSU, but yeah, again, you really can't do much with worse guns unless the other team is just feeding or egoing. Yeah, it's really hard to win a pistol round. But with that being said, again, there's a lot of ults online for both teams. I'm predicting that this is going to be a pretty gross round, and by gross I mean we're going to see a lot of ults come out, and it's not going to look like super clean gameplay.
Yeah, I'm surprised MSU didn't opt to call a timeout here and try and get a game plan together going into the round. Luckily, Hendrix doesn't seem to have too great of a game plan either. They make a little bit of noise outside of C, throw a dart, and then just leave. It did draw 3 players over. I think that's a bit of an over-rotate from MSU. So the questionable play from the Hendrix side seems to get some value. Whether or not it should is up for debate, but does look like they're pivoting into an A hit. There is a Cypher here, but he does have a hard anchor setup with no teammates to help him hold on to that. So it's going to be really hard to get any value out of this. He's probably going to hope to just find one with a trip and then leave. I think that's his ideal here. Just looking to leave before the trips are even popped. That way they can just play the retake. I think that's a smart move. I think the worst case scenario is you go down before your team's there to find any value with you. Kevin popping this breach ult for the retake. This makes it a lot easier to make happen. KJ ult does come down, so MSU's got to speed up. They're going super fast here. They've got the KJ ult destroyed.
Last player standing.
The 1v4. Neon's got a lot of work to do if they want to make this happen. Got to get the spike planter off. Does get the spike planter, but immediately dies to a firing squad of 3 players for the side of MSU, and MSU closes out that first game.
Yeah, you cannot slide into 3 other people watching that angle. Got pretty desperate towards the end since it wasn't planted for them. I do want to take a minute to look at the stats of each player on MSU's side. Kevin with 18 kills, Citry with 15, Panda with 15, Pants Thief with 9, and Yusk with 15. That's kind of interesting. There's a 6 kill disparity. even though Pants Thief got 4 first bloods, which means they have a better average combat score. Do you have anything you'd like to point out?
I think that everybody played really well. I think that the Yoru is not the pick for Pants Thief. I think he's very good at Jet, and this is a very good Jet map right now. I also think if he's tired of the Jet and wants to run something different, I think you would have a lot more success with a Phoenix or the Neon. With Neon being as busted as she is right now, not having a Neon player is super questionable, but also hard champ to learn, hard champ to master for sure. And you can play Neon at a decent level, and you will get results. But those players that have really figured out Neon are getting crazy value out of it in every level of play, ranked, pro, and anything in between. They're seeing crazy value out of those players that really take the time to master this Neon while she's crazy overpowered. I mean, she's ridiculous right now. By far the best duelist in the game, and it's not a question. I'd say her and Astra are just the best characters in the game. It's hard to compare those two. They're so different, but yeah, I think a different pick out of Pants Thief, but I mean, if they win the game, how mad can you be about it, man?
True. Yeah, with that being said, we're going to go to a quick sponsored video by Blue Light, and then we'll go to a really quick intermission. The next map is Binds. Going to be a really good game of Valorant coming up. So get some water, get your water refill, get some popcorn if you've got some in the pantry, and we will see you guys very shortly.
Time slows down when it can get no worse. I can feel it running out on me. I don't want these to be my last words. All forgotten, 'cause that's all they'll be. Now there's only one thing I can do. Fight until the end like I promised to. Wishing there was something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. What do you see before it's over? Blinding flashes getting closer. Wish that I had something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you.
Welcome back, MSU Esports. Again, my name is Benjamin, also known as Artemis, and we've got a really good next map going into the second map for the semifinals for NECC. Bind is one of my favorite maps, personally. I know it's one of your favorite maps, Landon. For context to our audience, Landon and I, or Organism, play on the same team, and I'm the initiator and he's the duelist, and a lot of the times we have a cadence that we work with, and we work with each other to execute sight. So it's one of our favorites. It's the most comfortable for me personally. And yeah, I'm excited to see what MSU Black has been cooking up. What do you think of this lineup, as I believe MSU is starting on defense this time around?
I think that the bind looked pretty bad last time they played it, but it's been a long time, so they've had a lot of time to scrim and work on it. So I have faith that they did figure it out, because honestly everything looked pretty bad back then. Like first couple games of the season, it looked rough in general, as it does for most teams at the start of a season. So I'm hoping that they put time into the map. We've seen them ban it away a couple of times prior to the map pool changes. So I thought that they were perma-banning the map all season, but when the map changes came through, they started banning something else instead. So I'm really hoping that this isn't a terrible map for them.
Yeah, hopefully not. I don't think it was their pick. They were number and for map bans, number 2 decides the second map, and obviously decides the first deciding map by default. But you know, it looks like we are going to be getting a match very soon. Person had to use the restroom. I haven't really seen. I believe we played against them in the Civil War stream. On Binds was. I think it was. I know we played on Lotus.
I think we picked Bind, right? We picked Bind, and then Lotus was third map.
Yeah.
No, we didn't play a third map.
No, we didn't play a third map. Yeah, Lotus was the first map. No.
Well, they didn't
Ascent,
pick Bind.
Ascent was the first map. Yeah, we didn't play them on.
No, Ascent was the second map. That's the one where I ran down mid every round.
Oh, yeah.
I remember, bro. I was just aim dueling Pants Thief and Panda over and over and over.
Yeah, it was pretty funny to see.
Was it good Valorant? No. Did it work? Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But yeah, regardless, some really strong agents. even though there have been countless agent is Viper. I don't think we're going to see a Viper come from MSU Esports. Well, we might see it from Hendrix, considering so strong. She's got that Viper wall that can come across from A to B. You can do some really funny stuff with teleporter. For people that don't know, Bind has exclusive feature, and that's teleporters that allow you to traverse the map very fast. Bind is one of the, I believe, this teleporter allows them from A site to B site, vice versa, really fast, and allows some high action gameplay. That's why on defense you don't see a lot of rotates come from defense, as a lot of the time hackers fake a site, get teleporter, and just hit a different site. So we're going to be seeing a lot of retakes. Does look like one person might have connected from the party. They're having tech issues. So we're going to go to a region, and then whenever we come back, we'll be right into the game. So we will very shortly.
There's nothing I can do. This could be the end, it's mine to choose. It's taken me my lifetime just to prove. This could be the day I die. Don't let it be the day. What do you see before it's over? Blinded flashes getting closer, sacrificing everything I knew. This could be the day I die for you.
And welcome back, everybody. We loaded into the next map, which is Bind. First of all, I'll talk about the our opponent first. We've got the Clove coming from Rifod. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. MT6 is going with the Gecko. The KJ is coming out from the Facade. Jet from Bitpumpkin, and Fade, which is my favorite agent, from It's Dingus. Double initiator comp going on here with the Clove smokes. Not a big fan of the single Clove smokes, considering her smokes are shorter and she has less of them than a Brimstone would, or it's less big as an Omen would be. On the other side for MSU, we've got the Jet from Pants Thief, the Deadlock hovering from Kevin. I personally like Deadlock on this map. Except one thing that I'll get into a little bit later. Sky coming out from Yusk, and Brimstone coming from Citri, and Clove coming from Panda. It looks like another double smoke comp, as opposed to the double initiator comp from Hendrix. What do you think about this comp from both sides?
I think the solo Clove is super troll. 13-second smokes, I believe, right?
Yep.
Is that...
Yep.
Yeah,
I think,
dude,
yeah, you're right.
13 seconds is, unless, like, if you're a pro team, I fully believe that you can properly hit a site within 13 seconds. we're not a pro team. They're not a pro team.
They're not a pro team, yeah.
It's very obvious in sometimes, and I think that it's gonna be very obvious that they don't have that tight of a timing. So I think that's really, I think it's straight up throw. I think that was a terrible decision. I'm also a deadlock hater. I don't think that the agent is good. So both teams are throwing, and so it's a 50-50 again. I don't know what to tell you. I hate deadlock. I think that Clove solo is terrible. I love Clove. I think she gets to play like a duelist even though she's a controller, and that's crazy value. She's the first character other than Viper, I guess, that really feels like she kind of fits into two different classes at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a hater.
Yeah, well, the problem with Deadlock on this site, and I'm sure this is why you hate her as well. Find is lurk heaven. Lurks, for those who don't know, lurks are whenever the main push on the attack side is going out a certain way, and you're going the opposite way on attack, just trying to find an opening from the defense. And if you don't have that hard utility from other agents, other sentinels, Deadlock is very weak when it comes to playing the map.
Yeah, Panda does go down super early to the jet here, and like Artemis said there, like this map is so like pick and prod. You're just trying to kind of push everywhere all at once. You can see that very apparently because this is a pistol round. The default idea on a pistol round is to run with 5 and play your trades, and they're lurking anyway. They show a lot of pressure on B and then rotate because of how easy it is to do on this map. Fancy with a really great pick, full run, one tap headshot is crazy. Kevin's got to find something big here on the deadlock. He doesn't have any skill except that grab net. Does find one through the smoke.
The haunt does come out from Fade. They know that he's going short and walks right into a double up. Unfortunate pistol round. Panda gets picked off really quick. Just trying to find something really fast. Panda did, and it didn't really work out. I wish I saw more of a passive play from Panda. That's that kind of aggression you want to see whenever he has his ult up and he can revive like it's nothing. But when it's a pistol round that heavily depends on just bodies and staying alive, unfortunately, Panda's aggression was not rewarding for him.
Yeah, they definitely need to chill out a little bit. It's not offense. Panda's peeking the same spot again like it worked out well last time. There's a firing squad waiting for him, but none of them really hit any shots worth hitting. Use does get chunked out a little bit through the smoke by the KJ, but not anything major. Shouldn't change the outcome of the round too much. Does look like a B hit with the KJ lurking up. Always going to be a lurker on this map just about. Ooh. Good dink there from Kevin onto Pumpkin, but with the armor, it doesn't chunk near as much as you would hope.
He needs like 2 more of those dinks to actually get a kill, and
yeah.
Pistol drop-off damage is really bad, especially for the pistol.
Yeah, that classic is not made for long ranges, but it is a clean shot regardless. Any other gun, and they'd be in some trouble. It does look like they're going to make that rotate to their lurker.
Oh,
What's
boy.
really good is that MSU didn't give up any space. So Citri's going to be here to help, and Use is in this corner.
Yeah.
Use does go down. Citri doesn't get the trade, which is unfortunate, but still, they're here, and they're ready to put pressure before the enemy team can get into those post-plant positions that are so strong on this A site. So, with that gun disadvantage, though, it doesn't look like the tempo is going to matter too much.
I just want to find one. Yes!
Yeah, great pick there.
Push is going to come from the KJ, the facade, and just honestly should have expected it considering the amount of numbers that Hendrix had. 4-1. Sorry, I did not say that right. Four people stayed alive from Hendrix, and allows their bonus to be a lot more convincing. As if we look at the gun disparity, not that big as you would wish it would be from MSU, as it is their first buy round. They have full Vandals and 1 Phantom, and Yusk can't afford full shield. It looks like a tech pause is going to come from. Okay, it does look like the tech pause does come out last second. I tried to go into menus just in case. Everybody's not moving, as you can tell. The shield does not go down, even though it sounded like it does, because those are two separate things. But there is a tech pause. I will go back to our lovely faces. And hey, again, really fast. Well, I was about to say timeout, but technically kind of a timeout. Apparently, Hendrix's PCs have been very weird recently. Maybe they need to update their BIOS or go into GeForce Experience and update those graphics drivers for some reason. And yeah, it's what do you hope that MSU is going to do differently going into this next round?
Top 3 things. I hope Panda quits ego peeking everything. I don't know who told him that was a great idea. He looks like he's playing like me, so I can't be mad at him. But it's not good. I shouldn't do it either.
True.
But if you're gonna do it, you gotta at least get one, man. Come on, like you gotta one tap somebody and then you can die. You gotta at least go even. But yeah, that's gonna be a big thing that's gotta get fixed pretty quick. Just overall patience from the team. Like they did a good job of staying on the site, but then as soon as Kevin was tucked in that corner, I believe it was Kevin playing the Sky.
Yeah.
Was tucked in that corner while they're coming out of showers, and he's just like making noise right before they swing into him. And like they're probably gonna take that anyway. But then at least Citrus could swing off of you if you're in that corner, and it takes a little bit longer for them to get eyes on you. Then Citrus has a chance to trade you, which is gonna be really big. Overall, though, this is the 3rd round. This is the first rifle round for MSU. All that I really care about is that we win the rounds. No matter what you have to do, this round has to be an MSU round. If it's not, the other team's going to start snowballing so incredibly hard, and it's going to pretty much be like 8-4 maybe would be the best I would expect it to be. And then you just have to play the next half for everything it's worth. So ideally, they shut down the streak right here. And it looks like Hendrix is going to make that difficult by grouping up really hard. They do have one player without a gun. The Jet does not have she has a Ghost, I believe. The rest all have some sort of gun. I think only one Vandal, though. So it should be a MSU round. Kevin should have a lot of stall potential here. He's done 3, I think, with that.
Oh, no.
Doesn't find any. Refad gets him through the stun. Used trying to retake a little early. Questionable. I probably would have waited for the flank or just waited in general. Panda with a really good pick, trying to even up the numbers here. Great.
I love that
orb
medal
there from Panda. KJ
really
tagged up
weird,
super low.
Really weird hold from Hendrix, and does get one, but MT6 does fall off the hands of Jet. It looked pretty dicey for MSU Esports. They tried to show some aggression even after they took site. I'm not exactly sure why that came out. I guess somebody on their team had that go mentality. That somebody was Yusk. He got that nice pop flash out of CT and tried to capitalize off of it, but I guess somebody was playing anti-flash, did not capitalize off of it, and left MSU Esports in a pretty unfortunate situation, but they still turned it around. It's 1 versus 2 on the terms of rounds, and both teams are pretty low on eco.
Looks like MSU looking to make their own play here. Pumpkin taps Citrus through a smoke, trying to hit the player getting the orb, misses them, and kills the one behind him. Really unfortunate. Use does have the Bucky here. Could make something happen. Pants Thief gets one. Use gets a rifle and gets out. 8 HP though, not a lot of wiggle room here. It's going to have to be super clean shots to get any value with it. Hopefully, maybe they could get some value with that heal, but it does look like Hendrix is kind of pivoting back towards the B hit. Luckily, Panda and Kevin are smelling that out. Panda with a clean one tap.
It's that
doesn't
CS
know that there's
aim.
another one already there. Could be dicey.
Yeah. Panda, for those who don't know, I'm not sure how many people know, but Panda is also a CSGO player, and that aim translates pretty well from Valorant.
Yeah, Panseef's trying to make something happen here. He's trying to find a pick, but Pumpkin is holding that angle and instantly taps him the second he walks out into it. Kevin's gotta get over here quick to help Panda with this retake. Panda should probably just end into them. He should just run at them as aggressively as he possibly can and let Kevin take a trade and then just pop that ultimate. Instead, Kevin grabbed it himself. He does get one.
Somebody's got to get on Spike. I'm surprised it was Panda. He's probably going to get off on this half so that he doesn't... Yeah, thankfully he does get off. If he didn't, he would have died before Spike gets defused and would have been a little bit more dicey. Thankfully, Kevin does get the defuse. He now has his ult, which is really, really good. Deadlock, one of Deadlock's biggest utilities is his ult, as it basically guarantees you a free kill as long as you know where somebody is. It has a very big radius, and unless you're throwing it like on B teleporter or around this area, sometimes I've seen it go through the teleporter and get nothing, but a lot of the times it's super valuable. And that use...
Yeah, Go ahead.
Okay. That use info flash from Sky, Sky's flashbang gives info if it flashes somebody, and that's really good info from Sky. Although it's a pretty good trade-off. Sky does not have regenerative flashes anymore. It's still good to use one every round to know where they are, and gets that info. Although MSU Esports does not rotate over, knowing that Kevin has a really good setup. Kevin's ult does come out, does not catch him teleporter. I wish he didn't use it there.
Yeah, it does manage to stun one, but MC6 drops out of hookah and gets the instant trade. These Jet Knives could be really problematic here. He's going to be able to full run at use. Can get a one-tap. Dingus finds one as well. Wait, is Fancy walking out onto site with an op in his hand and killing the planter. This is a really good wrap from Clove. It does hit a body shot. Should have been a little more patient there, most likely. But they have the spike. All they have to do is defend it. This op in the hands of Citri is super good. She's low HP, so she doesn't want to take a fair fight. She wants to one-tap and get out. Pants Thief is holding the other angle so that Citri's safe. They should know that Clove is going to be walking out of this smoke.
Nice.
And Pants Thief is ready for it and instantly shuts it down. They're choosing to keep that off, which is going to be really strong. We've seen that one of the beautiful things about this MSU roster is that not two, but three of them are pretty strong with the op. I think in order, Panda's probably the best with the op just from playing so much CS. It's very, very, very similar mechanically. Pants Thief riding right up behind him, and then Maddie, Citri has also been playing pretty well with the op in their past couple of matches. So really awesome that they can kind of toss that around or pick it up off of bodies and still get value from it.
Yeah, it's really good not to have, a specific person that plays op. I know in our, the way that we play, you're mainly the person that ops, but, I like to op from time to time. And in comp, we played actually today, and I was killing people with the op. It was pretty good.
I was not. I'm trying to get better at rifling, but Wade doesn't need to get better at rifling. Pants Thief, he's getting the pick with the op in the early round and making this the easier round on his team. They don't have to worry about rotates as much as long as they have one player. It becomes a lot easier to hold that. KJ ult does come out, which is super questionable from Hendrix. That is a wildlife decision, knowing that you're already down so much. And now Clove is in a 1v5 situation. The KJ ult does get Brim, so that's a free kill. Does manage to get another one. Pants Thief missing a shot. Feels bad.
Ego is crazy from... Yeah, and...
It's not crazy ego. It's just Jet players, man. It's all of us. I was thinking the exact same play. Updraft and quickscope. It is what it is.
I was talking about Clove. I mean, you know that the op is there, and, I mean... He's taken out two of your friends. I mean, how good are you?
I think if you're gonna play Clove, you have to have a duelist ego too. Like I think, I think it's the same. I think it's a duelist, but you have a smoke ability that you only use when you're dead, because you're not using it while you're alive. You're running at them.
True. I am excited to see this Jet op come out. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Third
it
time's
works
the
out.
charm.
That is the opposite of how you want to play with it. If you re-peek in the same spot, they can pre-fire you and you can just get one tapped. But it doesn't work out against this Hendrix roster. They're not tapping
come
much
on.
of anything. I'm not gonna lie. That one looked like it was on him. I don't think that's Fancy's fault. But anyway, back on the other A site, they threw with the crazy.
What?
Right
What the heck?
wall, she full sprint one tap someone.
That was insane.
The Gecko plant gets stopped, and they are just steamrolling the Hendrix roster right now. Dingus does get a really good one tap onto Kevin, but C3 just wallbangs.
What in the world?
One taps the rest. What was this round? That was
I
a
don't
fiesta.
know. I don't know, but all I know is that Hendrix needs to hire a new IT guy. For some reason,
Man.
another PC crash comes out. You'll get to see our beautiful faces yet again.
They're tired of our faces. They want to see the gameplay.
Well, they can't see the gameplay.
gameplay.
They literally can't see the gameplay, so it's that or still screens. I don't know. I mean, you be the judge.
Yeah. Put a poll in chat. Put a poll in chat.
Put a poll in chat. Type 1 if we're ugly and you want to just see the game. Type a 2 if we're bearable.
Bearable.
Bearable. Yeah, what a crazy round from Citry. I love to see it though. I'm at a loss of words. Does Brimstone Stem also increase like the pullout, or decrease the pullout time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
That makes
Just
sense.
like Reyna.
Because I was like, how the heck did you just,
Wild. Everything, everywhere, all at once. For Citry alone. I mean, really just did all of it by herself a little bit. Wade did find, or Pants Thief did find one on B long, but yeah, Citry showing how to use that brim stem in a really new creative facet. It looked like it was a neon slide or something.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, can we clip that actually? That was...
Yeah, somebody clip it for sure. Like, that's going on a montage so that Citry can know that at one point, he was the best player in the server. If never again, right then, best player in the server. No doubt.
I 100% agree. And, there's not much going on right now besides MSU...
That classic music.
Yeah, well, they can't hear that right now, but...
Oh, dude, it slaps.
It does slap. Maddie is currently inspecting her pistol. It's the Spectrum pistol, and it makes a nice little tune.
Yeah.
Regardless,
the real Valorant players know. They know how good it is.
Regardless, MSU definitely turned around when it comes to the round disparity. It's 5-2 right now, and in the way of MSU. They have a 3-round advantage right now. It's very good for defense and considering their comp as well. So looks like we are going to get into the game, so you don't have to see any more of our ugly faces.
Thank God.
Countdown is starting, and another setup from Deadlock on the B site. I don't think we're going to see much difference from Deadlock setup. Just a pretty basic one here. I do want to point out the positioning. This wall right here that I'm looking at is wall bangable, but he threw it right below it so that it doesn't get broken, and it's just impossible to not get stunned whenever you jump out. That's really good. The info flash does not come out from Yusk, I do not believe. I think they hid from it so that they can find alert timing, and MSU does rotate over, but I'll let you take care of the play-by-play from here.
Yeah, it looks like they're grouping up around A, but then they realized that there was a lot of rotates coming out, so they're pivoting back to B, but MSU's doing the exact same thing. So it looks like either way, they're going to be hitting into a group of people. I do think, ideally, this fade takes contact first, and then that maybe pulls some people from the B site over towards A. As I say that pick happens, and Sky's running towards A. Now it's deadlock in a 1v4, and it's not happening. So Sky's going to probably throw a flash to try and stall, but she's going to have to wait on her team. She can look to take a duel in elbow, like she's doing. That's the most she's going to be able to do, and if she loses it, the round becomes pretty unwinnable. So you got to have a lot of confidence if you're going to look for that early fight before your team is there. They do stop that Gecko ult from getting any value, which is really good. but the Jet is just gonna wait until they're all looking out of this door and then swing and kill them for free. Luckily they're looking at it, but like it's just gonna be a constant pressure until they walk all the way over here and clear this. Wade Pants Thief is doing exactly that. Kevin, Citry goes down to 2 HP. Kevin went down as well.
It's actually Panda.
Oh. Yeah, they keep swapping who's playing what, man.
No, Panda's been playing Clove this entire time. I don't know what you're talking about.
My bad.
You're fine. You're fine.
But yeah, Panda choosing to save the rifle. Do you think that's a good option based off their econ? Having a hero rifle into this eco round could be big. I'd imagine they give it to Pants Thief. Oh, they have money.
Yeah.
They have money. They're just gonna buy.
Pants Thief just straight up buys another operator, you know.
It's gonna be op v op, jet v jet, and the better op / jet player is just gonna win.
Yeah, you know, light shields coming from Wade, but you know he doesn't need those full shields. It's just weighing him down. You know, actually, now that I say that, that'd be a funny mechanic. You know, if more
he moves slower,
or yeah. Oh no.
Oh, Peeker's advantage is a real thing. Ping is a real thing. That's not Wade's fault.
What's Wade's ping? Oh yeah, there is actually, yeah. Big Pumpkin has 8 more ping. That's why he won. That's why he won that round.
Game is rigged. Anyway, it does look like Yusuke's going to be the first contact here. Dingus gets him down almost immediately. It's going to be really dangerous for Panda to be playing Heaven here, knowing that there's an op likely watching him. It is smoked off for now, but he's got to remember to get back into cover before that smoke goes down. Pumpkin trying to find a way around the smoke, peeking in between Triple and Truck. Doesn't find anything. Kevin jumps and gets tapped out of the air. Feels bad. Pumpkin does miss the shot with the op, so it does allow Panda to decide to save again. This time it will... Oh, maybe not. Might just be playing exits though. Yeah, just playing exits is going to save this rifle. But yeah, a lot less clean of a round from MSU and a lot cleaner of a round from Hendrix. That execute looked really good. I will say their execute was good in the fact that all the util was where it needed to be, but there was no way they were getting any trades there. None of them were playing paired up to have trades. So if they lose a gunfight with that being the way they're playing and executing, it's going to get really bad really fast for them.
I will say, I'm looking in chat right now. Bo Diddley in chat says, "Pop your dash, Wade. Pop your dash, Wade. I swear to goodness. How do you take 4 op shots and not pop dash? I will never know what occurs in this man's mind."
Same thing that occurs in mine, bro. Bo can't understand because he's not a duelist god. Okay, he's not that guy. He plays controller, he plays Sentinel some, he's a little Viper nerd. That's okay, you do you, man. But you're never going to know what's going on in our head. That's why you can never be as good as us at the role, bro. You're just not locked in enough.
Well, okay. I think the audience probably wants to know, Landon and Bo know each other personally, so like,
yeah.
he's not taking it out on a random person.
No, he was the team captain for the first season that I played, and absolutely the best player I've had the privilege of playing with. No offense to any of my other teammates, but anyway, back into the game. Looks like a very hard B hit here from this side of Hendrix. MT6 coming in a little late on this, but that's good. He can fight and bait for this TP play. Pants Thief does get the trade, but Citry's in a really sticky spot here, and Pants Thief is not coming to help. Pants Thief's getting this rifle and taking an ego peek down B long. Don't blame him, I'd be doing the same thing, but he does lose it. Panda is in a really interesting position. He's just sitting backside.
Yes.
I don't think they realize where he is. He gets one for free. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm Panda in this situation, I'm picking up that op and I'm saving it. Like, there's no way I'm going for this. They're gonna get plant down before I can get there, and then I'm in a 1v3, and it's just not even worth fighting.
I think Panda's just sick and tired of saving, to be honest. And,
yeah, don't blame him on that.
I think
Clove coming up on the flank. He's got to speed this up, but he isn't aware of that.
No. Oh my gosh, he almost actually got the shot off.
Can't be pulling your smokes out while you're dropping on the site. We were calling Citry the iPad kid at the start of the season. Might have to, give that role to a new player. That was the iPad kid moment.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
What are you looking at?
I looked at your reaction whenever you saw that drop down. Unfortunate. You're taken aback. But you know, you live and learn. You live and learn. It's okay.
My facial reactions would be half the stream, bro.
You'd be a React Andy.
Constantly like, what is happening?
Both good
like,
and bad.
Hendrix, right, exactly. Hendrix this round looks like they're trying to do more of an A hit. It is looking very standard. This very defaulty fade eye, gecko molly. Just trying to get this player of Panseef off this angle. Panseef gets a huge chunk onto the enemy Clove, taking a lot of that HP. But if Clove gets one pick or one assist, they can get that right back. Does take down Facade with the spray through the smoke. So now Panseef choosing to back up. I think that's interesting. I think he was in a spot where he could have taken the duel. Ooh. He's going to walk into them while he's reloading. Not great. We don't love it, but it is what it is. 3v4, not an impossible retake at all. 3v2 as I say that, but there is a trade back. The Clove decides to ult. This is so whack. Everybody's doing what they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, the Pumpkin's holding Heaven. He just gets a free kill. Yusk is trying to make something happen, but he's walking Heaven where the Opera was just holding. Now the Op's holding him. He's peeking into 3 players and is firing squatted down. This lobby, it was really good. I feel like it was good Valorant at the start of the first map, and it's gotten progressively worse and worse, and I'm really confused.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Considering this was one of the college's picks, I believe this was Hendrix. Both teams aren't really playing like they know exactly what they're doing, and that would be understandable if it was for one team because this is someone else's pick. But it seems like Hendrix also is having an issue finding out what the heck to do.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the IGLs were playing blindfolded for like a bet or something. Like it looks like that they have bits and pieces of information, but never enough to make a good, educated decision. I will say this looks like a decent hit from Hendrix. This looks like a game plan that was well thought out. Gecko's going to throw some utility. He's going to try and bait some rotates. Worst case, you're into 2 here. They pop the orb. It is going to make noise. It does stop the Clove from rotating. That's a bit of a mistake. They should have played super quiet. They're trying to get the KJ ult online, so it might bode okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Dingus takes him down. He does get the ult off, but you can just shoot players out of the ult. Panda choosing to ult here is crazy. He's ulting with 4 people running him down.
I don't like it.
Crazy pick from Muse. The fact that he got 1 was crazy, to be honest. He should have been instantly one-tapped. But that was a beautiful round from Hendrix. That's exactly what I was saying, is they needed a solid game plan that made sense. That was logical. They didn't make any noise. They played off contact really, really well. Once they got that orb, they just immediately popped the ult and hit. They don't worry about playing quiet anymore. They're not saving that ult for post plant. They want it to take the space, and they did an impeccable job of that. They did a good job of swinging off of each other. To be fair, it's hard not to swing off of each other when there's 4 players in a very tight alley, but overall, super, super, super good round.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff you want to see from Hendrix, and I guess that goes to show why they picked it. Kind of eating my own words a little bit, but it was just one of the 12 rounds. Hopefully they can show their defense and why exactly this beats other map picks that they would have picked.
Yeah, the second half, the pistol's going to be really important. Panseef gets tapped mid-dash animation, but Use with a really quick trade. Use already has 2 orbs, so if they can get a couple more picks for Use and get him to plant, they could have ult going into the next round and secure it whether they win this one or not. So that can be really big. But it looks like right now they're just kind of playing slow, looking for more picks, looking for way to make this less of an even fight. They want an advantage in every single thing that they're doing, and right now they don't have a good one. In fact, now they have a disadvantage with that pick Refad got, and then Dingus gets another one. Kevin really low, but does manage to take down Clove before he dies. Both players on the side of MSU extremely low here. Probably going to look to regroup and bait whichever one of them is lower, or they could look to re-hit B, but with those KJ mollies, they could be lethal very, very quickly due to the HP pools left on these 2 players. We're probably going to see a TP is not what I was going to say, but I guess we're seeing a TP play. Likely that Fade and Gecko will follow after the TP. They do throw that flash through to get the info of if anyone's in there, so they know that there's likely a player standing in that TP and decide not to take that. It's too big of a risk. Facade is playing really slow on site, and I think that's really good. I think the worst thing he could do would be make some noise, but he does walk into that wall, which has a slight audio cue. I'm not sure if MSU players noticed that. They're spamming through the smoke. They know how low these two players are, and they aren't that interested in fighting them in fair fight.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going, now that they're stunned,
my
Panda
gosh.
gets a crazy shot through the smoke. A little bit of an overheat there from Kevin. Now Panda has to clutch this by himself with 21 HP. He's one tap. Dingus is one tap too if he hits him in the head, so it's going to be a very close round. You have to assume that they're getting off there, but you're eventually going to have to jiggle when you get scared. Now he knows that he was off, is back on most likely. He's got a peek.
Oh, dinked.
And he gets the dink, but it was through the wall, so it does reduce damage. It clipped that corner and knocked some of the damage off. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying watching this Fade action come from It's Dingus. I play Fade personally, and their eyes are really good. A lot of their attack eyes were just hitting. They know the eye that came from... There's a really good eye from B short. You throw it from B short where my mouse is hovering over, and it lands somewhere on some geometry above sight on B, and it basically just clears it unless you're inside of tube where the eye wouldn't see. But we are going to see a Fade eye come out, and it's going to land right on top of this a little bit late, but, you know, still gives info.
Oh, gets caught with... Fade gets caught with her pants down and gets the kill anyway. Fancy with that frenzy, you only have 13 bullets to make it happen, and you need, I believe, 9 of them to hit for that to happen, so he missed just one too many there. Fade lives on 21 HP. Should be an easy trade out. Kevin does get it with the right click, full sprint. So really good trade there. It's 3v4, honestly, for the fact that this is an eco round, not looking bad out of Mississippi State. Their goal here is get bombed down for the extra gold. Or, I'm sorry, credit. This is not League of Legends.
Ooh,
for the extra credit and maybe find a pick or two more. They do need to make a play here. They need to move. TP would be ideal, but they don't know that there's nobody on B site. If they can get that readout by getting this clove pick maybe through this smoke. Oh, does take the TP, but it's going to be messy.
No shot. That was
That's
crazy. Panda living on 1 HP.
Literally 1 HP, by the way.
Backs up into Clove and just smooth criminals out of there. Still, you know, Hendrix, there's 3 on B site. They take site and can't really do much. Besides...
Yeah, you sticking the plant, trying to get the money.
Yeah. 300 credits per person. If you get that plant down, that could be the difference between getting full shield or light shield. Looks like we're going to have another tech pause come out. This is the 3rd tech pause. And the 3rd time you're going to have to see our awesome faces. I will read out this message from Bo Diddley. He says, when MSU Black is ahead in man advantage, Wade feels that MSU Black is at a great advantage and thus he will push aggressively. When MSU is even in players, Wade thinks that MSU Black is at a small advantage and so he pushes aggressively to fight to secure their lead. When MSU Black is behind by 1 player, MSU thinks that MSU Black is at a disadvantage and will look for an aggressive play to regain control of the game. When MSU Black is down multiple players, Wade thinks that the team has reached a desperate situation and that they're only waiting passively for their death if he does not make an aggressive play.
He's not wrong. That is our job. We're jet players, man. That's what we do. We make aggressive plays all the time. They're bad. They're usually bad. But what are we going to do if we don't make them? Listen, we all watch too much OSPOS. Now we all think that every time he ego peeks something, we should be ego peeking something, and he does it all game. So guess what? Every decent jet player that's watched OSPOS, we're peeking every game, every round. We don't care. But you know what? Every like 3 or 4 plays, we get one, and we look like gods for like
and
30 seconds.
That's what will justify all the crap that you put your team through. That one good play.
Yeah. That 1/8, that one crazy spray transfer. That's all it takes to get you going for it again. Good tag here at a ref onto Yusk for the MSU side losing a bit of HP. Does suck that it's on the Sky, the one person that can't get healed on the team. Always seems to work out like that. But MC6 and Citry playing a game of peekaboo here. They're just kind of jiggle peeking back and forth.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, they both commit to the crouch sprays. Citry is just a little bit better, but goes down to 1 HP.
Gonna ask for that
like we
heal.
said, the Sky can get healed. So, you know, Citry will be back to full HP here. And it looks like they're going to fast hit B, which is an impeccable play
timing.
here. This is beautiful. They do need to clear Dingus immediately, but Citry's on it. Citry's got it. So now they get a free site plant. Pumpkin pops dash. I think this was a bad pop. I don't think he's going to get anything out of it.
Yeah.
But he does have 2 pushing him from elbow. Yusk is wanting to get really aggressive, but knows that that flash has worn off, so he's just tucking in the corner. This is a 2v2 here. Crazy good discipline from Yusk there. Really good to strafe out and make sure you're hitting the shots instead of trying to spray at the corner. Like a lot of players will fall into that trap. Facade is going to try and get some econ damage, but that gap in the smoke is perfect for Yusk to stand on top of that box and just shoot her at the second that she should. Beautiful round from MSU. It might have been a tech pause, but there's no rule about talking strategy in it, and it looks like that's exactly what they did. They used the fact that somebody's PC crashed, and we're like, this sucks, this is terrible, but all we can do is talk about the game plan moving forward, and it looks like they did a really good job of that. That was a beautiful execute.
Yeah, you're totally right about it being a tone shift to where MSU is playing. That was great Valorant. You love to see it. You love to see Yusk popping off, doubling their kills from 3 and 14. We were on Pi Watch. That's when you're at 3.14 or 3 kills and 14 deaths. Get some really good chip damage off of the Jet, the Bit Pumpkin.
Yeah, not taking near as much himself this time, which is really good. It's going to allow him to have a little more agency in the mid-round. Pants Thief is getting aggro like we just talked about. He finds a really good pick. I'm surprised that the team isn't rotating back to B faster. Kevin is still fishing around on A. I think the play here is to just go B. I think they're assuming that a lot of the players have rotated, but in fact, none of them have. It's just Jet, who was there in the original. She's super low, and it's going to be an easy plant if they can just get here before the other team.
Yes!
Really good shot. Wade, you know, when they have a man advantage, he has to get aggressive. He's probably going to do it again. I think he's just an ego peek into 3 players and probably die immediately, but he's going to try, and that's what matters, guys.
Absolutely.
It's all about the effort that you put in, and he's putting in more effort than you because he's just ego peeking everything like a god player.
Well, he already got his 2, so, you know.
Yeah, Clove gets hit by this net. A little bit of friendly fire there with that grab net, but, you know, it happens, man. It really does. Clove's definitely dead here. Instantly dead. Wade's got that. Yeah, Pants Thief, he gets aggressive. Those are the rounds. Listen, every Jet player is chasing the 3K, and then they're chasing the 4K, and then they're chasing the ace. That's all we do, and that's okay, as long as it doesn't troll your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Good aggression there. Yusk got some chip damage at the very beginning, made them scared. And, you know, Wade is showing why he takes that duelist position. On previous teams, he has played for the Sentinel, but on being on Valorant Black has allowed him to shine when it comes to his duelist play.
We did get to play him. We did get to see him play Cypher last week on their split. Oh, really good aggressive play on both sides to try and get guns. Luckily, Yusk protects that rifle, so they don't have a Vandal on this site. They do good trades on the other side as well. We didn't get to see those, but all you need to know is that we're in a man advantage, and Wade is dead, so nobody's probably going to be getting crazy aggressive. Dingus with a really good one-tap, Panda instantly pops the ult. Doesn't want to lose the man advantage here, but all Hendrix team has to do is W key away. They just have to run away as quickly as possible, wait for the Clove ult to wear out, and then she's dead. She's delivering you a rifle because she's trying to get that pick to stay alive. If Dingus can see this rifle heaven, this round becomes 10 times more winnable. KJ has probably found a rifle already. So it's really just going to be, does Dingus get value with the Stinger, or does he get the rifle? He doesn't seem to see the rifle. It looks like they're going to go ahead and push. We do have a Stinger and a Sheriff here. The Sheriff finds the pick in U-Haul, which is crazy. But Citri, she's known for playing those post plants very well. She's good at isolating these duels, and she's doing a great job of it right now. She's close on Dingus. He doesn't realize, and she hits a crazy shot as she lands through the corner of the box to close out that round and bring MSU one more closer to a tie game.
Yeah, great kills from Citri. You love to see it. I think the Fade was really scared to get on Spike even after the Brim's ult comes out, because she doesn't know if that Brimstone has the Incendiary, which is the Molly, which would cause Spike them to get off Spike again. So Fade was probably just trying to secure the kill before they got on to inevitably get off again from the lineup.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, but Citri played it so well that it made it look like it was all planned. But Facade does open this round with a really strong pick. Kevin is pushing into 3, whether he realizes it or not. Does find 1, trying to get away, but it's going to be hard. KJ backs up, gets him down to the 53 HP and says, okay, that's enough, is what it is. I didn't get the trade. That's fine. We're going to reset and play with the team. I think that's a good call. The health being lowered on Kevin is not a small thing. And keeping the KJ util up on A so that rotate is 10 times harder is super important. Citri's fishing for a bit of a pick. She's hoping that somebody gets way too aggressive off of the fact that they have a man advantage. She's looking for the play that Wade would make and hoping that the other team will do the exact same thing so that she can punish it. However, it looks like the players still on B are being super patient. They're playing it as they should. And it looks like a little bit of pressure is being put onto A to try and force out rotates from the B players. And then there can be TPs. Citri decides to take the TP. They're now pushing into 2 players, which is fine. That's half. Either way, you were going to be pushing into 2. They do get one with the Clove ultimate. That's really good. Oh,
and he dies.
Does not get shot out. Gets the pick. So that's beautiful. Even if they lose the round, they got out the KJ ult and they got out a lot of guns. Really, really strong so far from MSU. Let's see if they can close out the round here. Looks like both players are in hookah. One goes to hop out, and it's a slaughter. Hopping out of hookah feels impossible.
Yeah, popping out of hookah is really dangerous, especially with a KJ. You could just have mollies right below, and you really just want a split whenever you're pushing that B site. And that's what Citri was trying to be when it came to the earlier parts of that round, but unfortunately she couldn't find anything and did not allow MSU to pick anything up. Surprised that I haven't seen a timeout come from MSU. We might see it come out very soon. I think, yeah, the Jet, both Jets come out so that they can, buy up for their team, and tries to get aggressive. Citri gets a really nice opener.
Yeah, Citri with a really good opening pick. We do have the Jet knives online for Pumpkin, but he hasn't gotten any value out of them yet. Pansthief has those same knives online, also hasn't found any value, but he's going aggressive right now. He does get hit by that Gecko molly, but he has smokes to stall. Gecko shoots him straight through the smoke, doesn't care, knows that he's aiming head level. Citri with a crazy shot through the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Who is playing for Citri right now?
I have no clue.
This is not Maddie.
This is not Maddie, this is Citri. This is the moment
this
where...
Is Shroud?
This is Shroud.
This is Shroud. Shroud is smurfing this game. Yusk with a really good pick, but I mean, you're walking out into a tiny angle where you're held by a wall to go any further. So it's pretty easy to pre-aim that. Does look like Panda's going to be taking the first contact and does shut that fight down. 9-10. MSU keeping it close, but they've got to pull away here soon. They're running out of time to go 1-1-1-1 like they have been doing. Their econ's really good, so they can't afford to drop around in that sense. But you're going to be it's going to be that much harder to close out this game without going into OT. And honestly, I think the worst case scenario for MSU here would be to go to OT. When you get into OT, it's such like a mental refresh. Yeah. And I think that right now MSU's morale is probably a lot higher, even with that one round lower, because they locked down that first map. You don't want to give that like refreshing feeling to the other team.
On the other side, it is a war of attrition when you get into OT, and that's what MSU has been good at. They won their last set due to going to the decider. It seems like these guys have a much better endurance when it comes to morality and just overall gameplay. So I'm not opposed to going to OT. I like a more mix-up when it comes to the match. But, you know, we'll just see how it goes.
I'm an MSU fan. I just need them to win as quickly as possible.
Wait.
13-0 every map, or you're not doing good enough, honestly.
Look at this
Our football
timing.
team sucks. We got to cheer for something.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Wade.
Wade has one for free. He knows one is TP. He doesn't know where the other one is. Clove decides to ult. Really scared of Wade. I mean, that's big. Like, the fact that he's putting that much mental pressure on them that they pop the Clove ult in a 2v1 to make it a 3v1 is crazy. Like, quite honestly, that's exactly why we get aggressive. We're in their heads, bro.
Well, he is the top frag, and he has
Fancy
been
gets it.
he has been fragging out recently. All of MSU's players have been fragging out. They've had their moments. Yusk with the nice 3K. Panda with, I believe he got a 4K. Yeah, he got a 4K towards the beginning of the game. Wade, you know, always picking up the first bloods, and Maddie also has a 3K under her belt.
Pumpkin with this op on C-Long does get one, gets instantly traded. That's beautiful. That's what you want to see. Tried it agreed and not use that dash on this first peak. Big mistake. MSU punishes you for that immediately. I will say Pants Thief dashes out, gets instantly shut down. So the numbers not in the favor of MSU. Crazy shot from Ref, dude. Holy, Hendrix player going crazy. Dingus does go down, but not without chunking Citree down to 3 HP. We're probably going to see Citree and Use decide to regroup and get... Oh, Citree's just ego peeking. Actually, I lied. I'm sorry. Citree ego peeks. TP's trying to get away from this other team.
No,
Thrash
this is great.
Is going the wrong direction. They need to know that Gecko's probably going to want that Threshold back. So they're going to regroup. They're going to have Citree healed up by the Sky utility, and they're going to try and re-hit. Ideally, they would loop back to B. I think that's the biggest play here. I think that it's going to be really scary to go into this KJ ultimate with the amount of util that, I meant not ultimate, I'm sorry, the KJ util with the amount of util that MSU has left. But it does look like that's what they're looking to do. They're just looking to slowly clear these angles with this op on Citree and then have Yusk instantly trade. I think that's a good plan of action if you're going to push into the KJ. They're trying to isolate the KJ off. They're throwing that molly to prevent that peak from ever coming, but it is coming, whether they like it or not.
Not a big fan.
Citree in a 1v2 with an op, it's probably not happening. She's popping ult, trying to make something happen, but doesn't get that Vandal in time and goes down to Facade. Facade with a really good anchor there.
Yeah, if I'm MSU at that point, I'm questioning the Brim ult there. A little bit. Brim ult can be really strong on attack, especially when you're trying to push lamps specifically. You can Brim ult and then have your entire lamps control basically given to you for free, and that Jet can capitalize off of it by like maybe updrafting above on this generator and then catching anybody trying to run out. But Maddie thought it was the right play. I would have liked to seen it work, but unfortunately it doesn't. And wow, what a really good opener from Hendrix.
Yeah, MSU going into match point with an eco buy, or force buy. It's not great, they have worse guns. They need to find a pick early, get a rifle online. Sadly, Pants Thief goes down almost immediately. They're trying to get this plant down. Maybe they can just play for time. Maybe they don't have to win all the gunfight. It's a good idea, but the execution is going to be really important. Dingus is trying to throw every piece of util that they have to try and make this impossible for MSU. The decays on top of the decays, they're just wall banging. Yusk is trying to find something back. He's trying to claw this round back for MSU, but it feels impossible. The longer the round goes on, the less and less this is doable. Now there's somebody on Spike. If we had the Brim ult that we used last round, we might have had a chance to make something happen here. But at this point, it's just over.
Defenders win.
Yeah, you an unfortunate loss for MSU Esports, going 9-13. Does pick up that kill. I did not see who that was. However, we can take a look at the stats because they weren't actually that different, even though there was a 4-round disparity. Citree with 20-16, Pants Thief 17-17, Panda 15-17, Kevin 11-18, and Yusk 11-19. 6 First Bloods came out from Pants Thief. That's matching Bit Pumpkin's First Bloods, and you know, the difference there is First Bloods among the entire team. everybody besides MT6 has more than one first blood. Even Facade got a first blood, and it really helps to get that first point of contact. And having man advantage allows you to play a little bit more passively and just stretches thin the players. And what do you think about that game, and what do you hope that MSU will do differently going into the decider split?
I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of it was deadlock, and I am a deadlock hater, so it is biased as all get out. But I saw big moments from everybody on the team, and then every time I am watching Kevin, it's not that he's not hitting shots. It's that when he hits a shot, he doesn't have any util to help him do anything after that to get that round closer or to get that advantage higher. He's just constantly playing from this level field. He has to dry peek everyone. He doesn't have any util that he can really swing off of. Those stuns, I think I saw like 4 players stunned the whole time, and half the time another player would be right behind them and swing and trade. Yeah. So I just really think that Deadlock is like a bait character. She feels good to play. Like, I have played a lot of Deadlock, and she feels good, and that's why people are locking her in these competitive situations. But there's a reason that most people don't lock it after they've played 3 or 4 competitive games on it. It's super inconsistent, it's super hard to guarantee value with any of your utility, and it doesn't prevent lurks or flanks. So on both offense and defense, you're taking a hit because you're choosing to play this character. Yeah. I think that if you're gonna play Deadlock, you have to play another Sentinel with it. And the simple fact of the matter is, they don't have the ability to run 2 Sentinels super comfortably unless you take Pants Thief off of that Jet, and then you have a new issue of who's going to play Duelist. So I think they just got to move away. Like, you can't be playing Deadlock. You can't be playing Vice. I'm not saying that they're bad, but they need another Sentinel to prop them up a little bit and make their util be able to shine in the way it's meant to. And solo Sentinel is just not a way in which I think those 2 characters will shine. I think there are obviously exceptions to that rule. Everybody's going to have a game where their util happens to hit perfectly, but I think overall it's really hard to create consistency with both of those characters as solo Sentinels.
Yeah, on the other side, you're definitely right about the inconsistencies of Deadlock and Vice, just because they play differently and they're not hard Sentinels, but Deadlock's walls from Kevin were really good, especially for whenever they take sight on attack. Kevin's wall just provides another layer to stop the retake from coming out. For many of us that play Valorant, that Deadlock wall is tough as nails. It's I think almost as strong as a Sage wall, and it's really hard to go against it. And that being said, we are going to go into a small intermission, a little video, and we will see you guys very soon.
I'm Will Bratton, president of Mississippi State Esports. MSU Esports is a student-led organization that competes across the country in the fastest-growing competitive scene in the world. Our team is proud to represent this university by being just better, but we can't do it alone. If you want to help MSU Esports continue to grow and continue to win, then donate to our Bulldog Boost campaign today. Hail State.
Tick tick boom 문을 차고 있죠 이건 데이자vu 이미 와본 걸까
내 성공을 전부 담긴 그릇이 작아 I can't lose 점수 그건 의미 없는 숫자 내 열의 top 10 거는 식당 해골로 채운 옷장 전부 대스탁 상시주의 red dot 경고는 없어 better not 난 사방에 다 뿌린지 마치 red hot
Broken embers, what's left to lose here on the edge of forever. If I never leave, I'll never fight. Bleed or sacrifice, fight until the final hour. Pain is my superpower. Keep my head up high, run through rain or shine. Cannot sleep without the sour. Pain is my superpower. 할 말 있음 어서 말해봐. Tough guy 되었고였어 도망가. 이제는 시시해 gunfight. I brought a blade. They forgot to shade. 날 주세워 맛보게 fade. 빛이 보여 네 bandits. 끝없는 내 rampage. 이게 나니까 저지 can't change. 내겐 없어 plan B. 오직 plan A. 바꿔 pain every champion into champagne. Broken embers. What's left to lose here on the edge of forever. If I never leave, I'll never fight. Bleed or sacrifice, fight until the final hour. Pain is my superpower. Keep my head up high, run through rain or shine. Cannot sleep without the sour. Pain is my superpower.
This world never saw me coming I kick down every door they lock No rules, only gods can judge me Only gods can judge me Only gods can judge me Only gods can judge me
If I never leave, I'll never fight. Bleed or sacrifice, fight until the final hour. Pain is my superpower. Keep my head up high, run through rain or shine. Cannot sleep without the sour. Pain is my superpower. Fight until the final hour. Pain is my superpower.
I need to keep you around with my feet tied, tied to the ground. The end's nowhere to be found. I don't know why you don't leave me to drown. Oh, don't know where to go unless you say. Don't know what to do unless you stay. Thinking that today will be our day.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Artemis, and going into the decider map, it's going to be split, and Locks coming from the side of Hendrix. We've got Cypher on Rafad. I believe that's how you say it. You've got Raze on Facade. You've got MT6 on Sky, Bit Pumpkin on Jet, and It's Dingus on Omen. A little bit of a change up. It's Dingus was on the Fade on the Initiator last round. Wonder how they're going to play in this round. We're probably going to see a lot of blind plays. Why don't you talk about the characters, the agents for our side?
Yeah, it looks like Kevin's going to the Omen. C3 going to the Sage. Yusk going to the Sky. Thief going to the Cypher, and Panda going to the Race. This is the exact same comp we saw them play last week, and the exact same players on each of those roles. It looked immaculate.
Yes.
To be quite honest with you, I think the team they played last week looked a lot stronger than Hendrix has looked. So, I mean, if all goes the same, this should be very easy for MSU to close out.
It should be in the bag.
Only difference is they were defending first last time they played it.
Yeah, and getting your defense rounds out of the way, especially on this map, can help. Based on what team comps you're running, for MSU specifically, I think it is a benefit if they play on defense first, just because you see. Actually, am I reading that right? No, that's not a mirror comp. It's almost a mirror comp. Not really. I don't know why I'm reading this.
The Jet and the Rays are the only difference.
Yeah, the Jet and the Rays are the only difference. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. But like Cypher is so dang strong on this map that, oh wow, looks like there's gonna be another tech pause. That's ridiculous. But yes, I will continue to talk about Cypher. Cypher is so strong on this map, especially on B side. I won't go to our camera because I know you're sick of us, but especially.
No, you should go to the camera. I'm gonna do a bit.
Okay, sounds good. Here, I'll show the gameplay too.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Are we on camera?
Yeah, we're on camera.
Okay. If you haven't gotten one, go get an MSU jersey. They're sick
Yes.
this year. You can get your username on the back of it. It's a little bit more if you get the username, but they're not expensive. They're not that bad. They're way cheaper than like a traditional sports jersey. I think you can still order them. Is this right, Ben? Am I lying to them?
Yeah, definitely right. You can order them on demand. Guardian Pro Line is the manufacturer that we've worked with. They've made some really good jerseys this year. They feel great. We've been working with Guardian Pro Line for the past few years, and their quality is immaculate. Their customer service is also great. If you in the audience are looking to get jerseys of your own. Wow, we're getting the full 360. He's a model. Man. He's a model.
We gotta sell it. We gotta sell it. They're so cool. Listen, I'm gonna be real. I have an old one right here. It was kind of lame. All right, I'm gonna be real.
What year is that from?
I'm a hater. This is from like 2017. To be fair.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been a long time fan. Before I was a student, I was a fan. I'm from Starkville. It's not my fault, but they were kind of lame. Even last year's was not that great. This year they killed it. The flowers look gorgeous. They're super cool looking. There's no reason not to get one, man. There's absolutely no reason. You can get your own username on the back if you're a gamer. If you're not, you can just support a team that you love. And, it helps more than you would think. A lot more.
Yeah, it definitely does. And speaking of helping, now I guess we can talk about Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime, for those who don't know, is a free thing you actually get with Amazon Prime. If you own Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and you can use a thing whenever you link it called a Prime sub. And that allows you to subscribe to any Twitch channel for free. And subscriptions basically allow you to not have to deal with ad breaks whenever you join our channel for the first time, or if we run ad breaks. It also helps us immensely. All the funds will go towards funding things like this, league fees. It costs to be in these leagues, and we don't make any of our players pay for those fees because they're talent, and we don't want to have to make them pay more just to be on a team. They should be here because they're amazing at the video game, and again, we thank you so much for the support you've already given us. Especially on the Twitch, especially on the YouTube. And as I've been yapping about Twitch Prime, and Landon has been modeling for MSU Esports, we will get back into the game right now.
Does look like a pretty aggressive A hit is coming out for the side of MSU. It looks like they're rushing up, trying to get this heaven control and site control. They do get an opening pick on the facade. He is on the raise this time. A little bit of a switch up there. But it looks like MSU's got heaven pretty solidly. Gets that stage wall up. They do break one of the pieces of it, but it isn't clean. They get another pick in. Looks like one traded back. Another traded back.
Ooh.
MSU gets another. Pumpkin gets one more, but he goes down to 15 HP to do it. Pumpkin's going to be one tap. Both players for MSU full HP. Looks like a very good round for MSU. They do have to be careful for the Cypher coming around elbow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
That right click was devastating for the side of
gorgeous.
MSU. Yeah. Yeah, you can't really do much there for MSU. You're spreading yourself thin, trying to watch both angles, and the Cypher just gets a really, really lucky right click, and just secures the round. Right clicks, whenever you right click with the classic, it shoots out sort of a shotgun burst of pistol rounds, and if you're lucky enough, they'll hit in the head, and if you're even luckier, they'll hit in the body as well, and it'll completely get rid of your health. And whoa, can we take a minute to look at that gross Cypher trip? Did you see that? Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I didn't, but that is crazy.
That is really gross.
Looks like MSU's going for a mid hit. Dingus does get one, but they get the trade, which means they have a Bulldog in their hands that they would not have had otherwise. So the 1-for-1 trade is even better for them than it normally would be. Looks like they get another one instant trade. Now they have B site for free. They were stacking towards the A site because they have the Cypher on B. The Cypher did not get very much value, and now it's a 3-on-3. Hendrix does still have the advantage with these guns, but one of them being a Marshall does kind of make this a little difficult. Pumpkin dropping down into hell. He does have that Guardian. He's going to be the big playmaker here. MC6 does get a good blind. Also shuts Pants Thief down immediately. Panda with a really good wrap, but I think it might be too little too late here.
Yeah.
And Panda goes down.
They do get 2 there. MSU gets 2 on their save round. Not super bad. We've seen worse bonus round or save rounds come from MSU. And I'm not super mad about that. They got 2, and the round looked promising. It looked scary for the side of Hendrix. There were 2 pretty powerful weapons in MSU's side. I loved the aggression from mid from MSU. That was great. You want to take aggressive plays like that whenever you're not in a gun advantage, and mid definitely allows you to do that on this map.
Yeah, if nothing else, they made the this round a lot weaker for the side of Hendrix. They took some of those guns away, and now it's a lot more fair. A lot bigger of an advantage for them. Looks like they're just kind of playing around, hoping to get a very long-range pick with these better guns, but Hendrix is making it hard. These smokes force you to get close or wait them out. Either way, it's pretty detrimental. It's a lot of time ticking off that clock. Pants Thief might take a big fight on a ramp.
Some little bit of dink damage from Dingus.
The tiniest bit.
Just the tiniest bit. Gets rid of his basically all of his health points on shield down to 100. We've got players all across the map just trying to find something here. Bit Pumpkin holding a really nice off angle, holding the cross with Facade, and
MSU Youth is going to take the first contact through mid. They're trying to get this tempo up a little bit. They have to make something happen soon. Facade turns his back at just the perfect time. Bit Pumpkin goes down. Facade goes down. This is a very good mid hit. They're pivoting towards this Cypher. They need to, full W key to site in order to plant in time. If Dingus can just kill the Panda who has this bomb, it could be huge. But instead, he is going to turn. He's going to go for that.
Nice.
He decides to swing Panda. Panda shuts him down. They're going for site. They're trying to get this plant down. When the plant goes down, Panda will have ult. This round becomes infinitely safer with that ult. They don't want to use it, but if they have to, they can, and that is huge. This really late lurk from Kevin through Vent is going to be big. No. He needs to swing now because he knows after the ult goes off, and he does successfully take down that Cypher. Just going to be MC6, and we also got an ult round. Beautiful round from MSU. Great job playing with all the time that you had on the clock, and finally taking a hit when it really mattered.
Yep. Doesn't seem like any wrong timings came out for MSU. There was a few deaths. Well, there was one wrong timing, but we'll chalk it up to the process. But the rest of them, especially in mid, they bided their time. They were probably worried about Yusk specifically was worried about pushing into a crosshold, which is exactly what that Jet and Raze was doing. But okay.
Great opener from Citree. It looks like they're gonna push towards the Sky. Sky Flash does hit, but it doesn't really matter too much. Sky's trying to get that gun picked up, does manage to do it, goes super low in order to do it. Oh, Kevin spams straight through the smoke, takes down Sky. This site is empty, whether they realize it or not is going to be a big difference maker. It looks like they do. They see the one player Heaven, but they're not scared of someone being on site. They've cleared it out properly. Kevin is going to take a
Oh my
duel.
gosh.
Citree gets him through the corner of the wall. Dingus is in a 1v4. He does have ult, but I don't think it'll matter too much. Spike's already down. He's probably going to look to save this rifle and have a hero rifle going into the next round. Maybe try and get an exit frag, but overall, that should be most of the round out and another win for MSU.
Yep, gonna even up the rounds 2-2 with some really big ults on play, and Panda I should have been more aware of Panda's timing mid. Gets the nice one tap, completely denies that rifle, completely forces. Actually, Hendrix is gonna be full buying, but MSU is in the better eco. They have a little bit of cushion going into this next round. If Hendrix loses this round, that spells pretty bad things to come for them. They are going to be at a absolute gun disadvantage next round if they lose this. Cypher is all but with a stinger, and the Raze ult comes off immediately to try and take this stair space. I'll let you take off from here.
Yeah, a lot of Raze players would be frustrated with that ult, but it gained them so much space. They now have Heaven for free. They do need to not overextend into this vent and just...
Yes.
Yep, perfect, beautiful. That's what you want. You get that pick, now you pop the Cypher ult,
Yes.
and they should look to pivot B here. This should be a pivot B through vents, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, 1000%.
All they have to do is fight this Raze. The Raze is blinded, so she's backing up. She's going to go through CT towards the B, but it's not going to matter. Omen does ult for the side of Hendrix over into attacker spawn, almost. So he's going to be coming up on flank, but they should be aware of that. The Omen ult gives the full team the audio cue, so it shouldn't be much of a surprise. It looks like Omen's anticipating that and going to do the Omen v Omen 1v1. Kevin is the better Omen. He shuts it down. And Steve does get picked off. Facade also takes down Panda. It's looking very close, but Citree and Kevin are in amazing spots here. Citree has the most beautiful wrap the world has ever seen, and Kevin has a great spot to get one, and Citree gets the other. It's beautiful. MSU's playing outlandishly good Valorant.
Yes. Yeah, like you were saying, you know, they had a really good last game they played on Split, and it's boding well for them again. They lost the first 2 rounds, but that's just consequential of losing the pistol round. A lot of the times, if you lose the pistol round, you lose the next round because of gun disadvantage. But on the side of Hendrix, I'm not sure if this hero rifle is going to come out or not for Dingus. It might because of jet knives in the future. Doesn't, but as I was saying, yeah, Hendrix is pretty bad when it comes to the gun department. Gets the nice
great opener. You know, he might be on Cypher, he might be on that Sentinel, but he's still a duelist player at heart, and he's making it work. Citree, also a duelist player at heart, I guess. She's W-keying into their team. She's killing all of them. She doesn't care. Pansy's gonna take another aim duel with the Cypher if he can get contact. Does go down, but instantly traded out because all of MSU is standing on top of each other as they should be. They're in a man advantage. Panda taking an aim duel, does lose. Looks like they're going to pivot towards B. They know that the last player is on A. There's no point in pushing them. They're going to leave Yusk in a good spot to try and find this pick. If Yusk doesn't get it, it's not a big deal. They have 2 ults on the board to secure the round, and it should be free for MSU. Another beautiful round. Wade and Citree doing really good work. Duelist or not, they're making those entry frags count.
Yeah, I do want to point out, Citree's, we didn't catch it from the camera specifically, but Citree did get a really nice one-tap on ramps. I can't ping it, but just walking up on ramps gets a crazy one-tap and secures that ramps control that is just ever so fleeting for a lot of teams. Ramps control is really strong, especially playing against a retake. Kind of just really scary to go against if you have that control.
I think a bad play here is saving. I think that's a mistake. I think that's a big mistake. To be honest, I think Kevin should have let him live. It would have been so good. It would have busted up their econ even worse than it already is. Your IGL in Pansteve, I believe he's IGLing. I think him and Kevin are kind of co-IGLing. Last I heard, somebody should have called that shouldn't have happened. Imagine if everybody on this team was 300 credits shorter. Like, they all still would have a full buy, but they'd have essentially absolutely nothing left. They still have pretty much nothing, but I'm just saying for some, you know, it's semantics, but Should've let him live. I'm mad. Anyway, MSU's looking like they're going to do an A hit. They're leaving Sky mid, which is a little questionable. You know, your initiator's mid, but Yusk has shown that he can find those really good timings. Even though he's not on that Sentinel pick, he still gets a lot of value off of these lurks. Dingus does one tap, or probably double dink Pan's Thief. Citrus decides to invest the Sage-Ult in this round. So now this round becomes a lot more necessary to win in order to show that you got a crazy amount of value from that and to keep Hendrix on the back foot econ-wise. It looks like they're pivoting to B, which is going to be beautiful. There's nobody mid at all. They just got that info from the Sky Dog that they can just run down mid. Citrix gets one B main. There's another player B main. Citrix probably just going to slow down and let the players mid take this site. It should be pretty free. Facade's popping this ult trying to find a pick, but he's not going to get anything. And unlike Panda, this ult doesn't give you space. This ult gives you nothing.
Nothing.
That's just an absolute waste of a Razor ult. Doesn't find a pick, but is instantly traded because Panda's right there with the teammate. Now we are in a 3v4.
Oh my gosh.
Yusk almost gets 2, but he gets 1 and gets 1 super low HP. Dingus goes down to the dart. He's pulling it off in the open for some reason or another. Ref gets 1. He gets 2.
A little scary, but low on time. Kevin gets the blind off, and he secures the round. What a beautiful round.
Silly to peek one at a time, but you know, if you're gonna do it, at least leave the guy that's hitting headshots all day as the last guy.
You know, I wouldn't exactly say that they were peeking one at a time. I mean, they Wade tried to get Pants Thief tried to get the trade by swinging out. It was pretty immediate after the death. Just could not hit those shots, and unfortunately went in the way of, I believe that was Rafat. That was alive.
It was.
Yeah, and just cleans it up. Really good. I was very scared of the space they took B main, but you know, it was all for naught because of Maddie's immaculate gunplay.
Yeah, really good gunplay from everybody that round. Great trades. Every time somebody went down, there was a trade after. Panda is showing good gunplay at the start of this round. He knows that they're on a save. He knows that they have to get aggressive somewhere, and he's assuming they're going to do it mid. As soon as that raise peeks out, head is gone. Now, this is scary. They're kind of pushing into that Cypher ult, and there's 3 people stacked on the site. However, Pants Thief is on A. He's taking that space, and it looks like they're slowly but surely moving back to him. They're going to probably find this Omen player in mid if they go up far enough, and it's going to be really problematic. Panda's still giving a lot of pressure on B to prevent their whole team from rotating. I don't think Pants Thief saw Pumpkin. Pumpkin does get a free kill. However, now they can just pivot back towards B. It's not a big deal. They have full mid control. It doesn't matter where they need to go. They have the avenue to get there. Easy kill on MT6 from Heaven. He's having to watch main because he only can watch so many things at once, and main is just as big of a threat and gets just absolutely destroyed from Heaven.
You know, if I'm that Sky, I'm really just playing this angle right here because you wouldn't get peeked from B garage, and you could still watch Heaven, but you know. They just don't know the tech. They're Hendrix. I mean, what can we expect? They're Hendrix.
Yeah, MSU, you know, we're just better. It's what we do. But yeah, it looks like Refad's going to try and make something happen. He has 4 HP. This round is all but over. Mississippi State, again, is going to make the mistake of hunting this player down, even though they should let him live. I understand wanting to pad your KDA, but press tab when there's 1 player left and say, hey, is this actually better? Now, he's probably going to just force himself to die to Spike, in which case they get the gold anyway. If he does decide to keep this gun, it's going to be really big econ-wise on their team. Yeah,
what are you
he's
doing?
Not pressing tab either. They're all trolls. They're all bad.
What are you doing? Look at your credits. You have 2,300 credits. You should have just died to Spike. That would have allowed you to get that Vandal, and the timeout, you know, comes out a little later than last time. I'm actually happy about this timeout timing. You really want it to be in the middle of the half because you do get 1 per half. I will transfer to us real quick. And let's talk about the masterclass that MSU is putting on right now. This mid control that they're taking, they try to find something A or B main. They realize that, you know, this contact isn't working. They already have somebody close to up through mid, and then somebody else comes with them mid. It's a masterclass. They find that timing, and you know, Hendrix, if they want to win this, they're gonna have to figure out what they're doing, and I'm not sure if MSU is going to counterplay because of this timeout or not. By that I mean like they're going to, change it up because they're going to change it up. But regardless, MSU is playing really well.
Yeah, MSU's using the fact that they are rotating heavily to their advantage. They're pinging back and forth from site to site until there's one person left, and then they just get to have a free site almost. It does look like this round they're pivoting towards the A. There's only 2 players on A. This should be really easy. They throw a deep smoke, but they're not actually contesting it. It is a bluff, and MSU sees right through it. They're all the way through, almost onto site already. And Omen is smoked off heaven. He does swing out, instantly goes down to Pants Thief. Pants Thief does get traded by this guy on site, but it's still in favor of MSU because of the positioning. They have almost all of site now.
Yes! No!
Wade's ult goes wide, but it doesn't matter. He has a Phantom in his hands, and he makes it happen anyway. Yusk finds one on the MT6. Sky Diff is real. Pumpkin does find one back, but it doesn't matter. We're still looking really strong here for MSU. The worst thing that they could do is over-push this. They need to just chill. Panda needs to get his gun out and quit running around picking different skins for him to have. Come on, Panda, walk in.
I want
Not
this
skin
one.
shopping time. Silly
no.
death, but it doesn't really matter. Refad can never make anything happen here right now because of the stage wall. By the time it goes down, it should be a little too late.
Yeah!
It's crazy. Panda can throw as long as everybody else cleans it up, and it happens.
Yeah, the whiff on Panda's ult was, pretty unfortunate to see. Was that? I think the enemy decided to
Boombot.
Boombot. Did he satchel across to get that space? I think he did, and that kind of messed up Tyler or Panda's, race ult. But nevertheless, MSU Valorant C is, proving why and how they make up for their slight mistakes, but they're still playing a really amazing Valorant. I really love to watch this.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. It looks like a B fake. This worked really well for them last time. It seems like Hendrix as a team is really unconfident in their calls. So, they don't really commit to rotating, but they don't really commit to anchoring either. So a lot of times they get caught in the in-between phase, and I think MSU has realized that and is trying to abuse it. Whether or not they realize it fully or they're just pinging back and forth to sites because it's worked, either way, it's getting a lot of value. Pantsy finds an opening pick onto Pumpkin. We don't get to see that one, but all you need to know is that he was at the bottom and Jet was on top of ramps and he went past him anyway, even though the angle is significantly favorable for the Jet. Still Jet diff, even though he's not playing Jet. I don't care. Yusk is trying to find some space on B. It looks like all of that is just fake pressure, and you know what that fake pressure is doing? Raises AFK hang on B site while they execute on A, and that's exactly what you want to see. Kevin finds another one, Dingus, Omen ult, and it's just team diff at this point.
Whoa, what?
Facade hits a crazy shot on the rope. That's full RNG, not our team's fault at all. Facade does get a Phantom out of it. Rethawed getting a really good blow. Panda shuts him down immediately. Panda is a killer with this op in his hands. He did it against me. He'll do it against you. He doesn't care.
Oh.
He gets a little too aggro, as duelist players do, but that's okay. We have 2 players sitting on site ready to lock this round down for them. They do it. They're picking up the op, and we're into the next round. They don't care.
Go next, baby. Go next.
Go next.
They're really making this decider map feel like it's a cakewalk. The tempo change that we see from MSU from the second map, Bind, this is just a map that they're more comfortable with. Yeah, it's just happy to see this change and exactly proving why this is their pick, and yeah, it's just really good Valorant.
Does look like a B mid hit here. I think that is really good. I think having Wade, Pantsy sit on A, he's hoping that they'll get aggressive and try and move through sewers. Pumpkin and Use trading some shots out mid, but nothing really comes out of it. No damage traded or anything. Looks like Panda might be moving towards mid to try and re-peek and maybe fight this Jet. He has the op, so he's hoping that the Jet will swing into him. Does look like he's smoked off for now, but that Omen smoke won't last forever, and there's 2 players in vents, and he's hoping to find one of them. They're pivoting really hard towards that B. Bansty's still trying to make that space on A. He's working up really slowly, but it is going to be enough to catch these players when they go to rotate. It looks like MSU is getting a little indecisive though. They grouped up on B. It looks like that's where they were going to hit. They're now calling to move to the other side of the map. What they don't realize is it doesn't really matter where they go here. It's going to be 2 people on the site. With Pants Thief going down, it's most likely going to be a B hit. It is really unfortunate he doesn't get to stay over there hidden and find those rotating picks.
Oh no.
Panda has DC'd in the middle of the round. We don't do tech pauses in the middle of the round, so they will just be at a man disadvantage, and Panda will go down. We have 2 players in vents. Kevin is trapped. He's hoping for a way out, but it's looking slim. Youth finds a way for him to get out, but he goes and repeats.
10 seconds left.
Cypher's still hidden on the map. Victory is getting 1v1 by a tripwire.
I don't think a tech pause is going to come out because Panda does reconnect. Not sure what happened there. Maybe just a lag spike, a really bad lag spike that, you know, turned your PC into a potato real quick. But, you know, regardless, 3 and 8. I would not be mad if this goes to 4 and 8 because regardless, it is a really good half for MSU Esports, and their defense was very good. I'm talking about MSU, and you know, regardless, it's gonna be a good half.
Yeah, Pumpkin getting a lot of the early aggression onto him. Looks like Pan Thief is running onto site while Panda takes Heaven. But Panda does back up for some reason. Oh, the raise ult for the other side pushes Panda away. Panda doesn't get the trade either. Facade going big this round. Youth finally trades it out, but it's too little too late. We have Kevin in a 1v3. Does manage to get to the spike.
Waiting on
It's a big difference maker.
All 3 players are pretty far away from Kevin at this point. If he can find a really good timing, he could take 3 1v1s.
Yeah, the Hendrix players aren't stacking up like they should.
Oh,
he's got a timing on Dingus. Does he know that there's one on site? He's got to have a feeling about it.
Probably gonna fake the plant. No,
he's committing to it. He wants the plant down. Guy's close on him, but he doesn't realize.
No.
Gets caught with his smoke out.
Gets caught with his smoke out. Good half.
Still a good half. Yeah, still a profitable half for MSU. You know, it gives them a great chance of moving forward into this next half. They don't have to close out as many rounds.
Switching sides.
Yeah, and
defense is a little harder to win on, so that's going to be big.
Yeah, and going into this half, we do have 2 Sentinels, one from Pants Thief on the Cypher, which is definitely just going to be holding down B site with his trips, and Citry with the Sage Wall. I know you're not a very big fan of Sage Walls, especially Citry's, because of the wall orb. It always comes out from mid, and it covers this spot in particular. It's still good mid presence, especially if you have multiple Sentinels. So I'm not super mad about this pick, and it's 4 and 8. The kills for MSU are better, or they're actually pretty similar. But wall does go down immediately, which is what I was afraid of about this wall. It usually just gets shot down before it can get up.
But they did use a lot of ammo on an MC6, 12 bullets total. He has no reloads for this classic. That can be a big difference on pistol rounds. Most rounds your ammo isn't that big of an issue, but Citry finds 2. MC6, he gets the trade, but now how many bullets does he realistically have left? Probably not that many. Pants Thief is really low HP here, so he's just waiting.
Nice.
Planning to swing off this raise. Youth finds a really good pick. Mid, he's going to back up and play with the Omen here.
Hendrix kind of stuck wherever they go. They're just trying to see if MSU gets aggressive in this position. And if they know what's good for them, they're not going to, considering 2 of them are low.
And as a duelist, he's going to do it. Watch him. Watch him. He's doing it. He's doing the thing.
He is. And
that's why we do it. That's why we do it, baby.
Knocks his freaking head off.
Now we have Spike.
30 seconds left.
If you're ahead, you get aggressive to get bigger lead. If you're behind, you get aggressive. Just
To
swing the
get
field.
to get the lead. If you're in even numbers, you need to secure the lead so you get aggressive. And if you're the only one alive, you better get aggressive.
Isolate your duels. It
Isolate
just makes
your
sense. It's
duels.
just logic, man. I don't know what you want from a duels player.
Oh boy. And Pantsley definitely is just gonna
I hate visiting on
catch him with his spike
Easy.
out.
Easy.
Not even close.
Not even close. 2 players, 1 tap on our team. Not even close.
Hey, I will say, what is that now? Is that 2 for 4, or is that
Yeah, it's 2 for 4.
2 for
They
4?
won one
Let's
on
go.
each map.
Let's go,
Oh wait,
everybody.
no, this is 3rd map. They didn't win any on the 2nd map. This is 2 for 5.
What do you mean? It's 2 for 4 still. There's pistol rounds on.
This is 3rd map. There's been 6.
There's been 6. Yeah. If it's 2 for 5, there's 7.
What? Okay, anyway, back to the game. I just had my brain fried. It looks like it's going to be a big contest in mid. Panda does find one, even though 4 players are looking at it.
That's so stupid.
What is this game?
I don't understand.
Oh man, Stitchery and Pansleaf have kind of paired up here in heaven. They're trying to make something happen, but they're not getting pushed into it anymore. It looks like it's gonna be a pivot towards B. We do have 1 player on B, but it's just Stitchery with the gun advantage. All it really takes is 1 player, but it looks like she's rotating as well. Does hear the raise nade, a bit of a dead giveaway, and manages to turn around in time.
Oh no.
Oh, calm down, Stitchery.
No.
Don't wide swing, Stitchery. Don't do it. Used coming in from heaven is going to have to be a big playmaker here. Kevin finds 1, but he's in a pretty bad spot here.
Nice.
Doesn't get stunned by the dog. Really good that doesn't happen.
Nice.
Great flash from Yusk. He knows the last player is 1 tap as long as they're calming. He knows. All he has to do is spray and pray on this kid. He's got to hit 2 bullets. It doesn't matter. I think he has to hit 1 bullet.
Yeah. Oh, brother. Oh, no. No. Yes. Okay.
Doesn't matter. You have to hit 1 bullet, bro.
No, not even close.
Swing your 360 and hold the left click, and it'll probably be fine.
Not even close, baby. I
Not
wasn't
even
worried.
close.
I wasn't worried at all. I wasn't worried at all.
You sounded worried. I didn't sound worried. I'm confident. They got it.
No, I'm a day one. I'm a day 1 supporter. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know what.
Day 1 doubter, maybe.
Yeah. As we get into this next round, Hendrix does have the gun advantage. They have full rifles, 3 Vandals, and 2 Phantoms. And MSU is opting to save 1 Spectre, 2 Sheriffs, and 2 Classics. And just going to be playing probably pretty aggressive through the mid. Never mind. Panda gets the jump.
I was going to say, how many times do we get to watch Panda fail the same jump? But he does make it on the 2nd try. Kevin trying to hold down this site, but it's near impossible with this gun disadvantage. He does eventually go down. He buys a little bit of time for MSU, but not enough to matter. Pumpkin finds another one. Heaven with Citry. They're getting really aggressive onto MSU here, as they should with the gun advantage. Raze finds another one. Facade looking really strong this game. Yusk, one of those players that still has the Spectre, does find one. If nothing else, they got good eco damage with the picks. Panda finds one onto Facade, shutting him down. He was on a bit of a kill streak there. Looks like
out of charges.
Looks like there's going to be another form of contact here with Raze and
Oh
Cypher.
my gosh!
Raze with a crazy shot after pinging the rifle. Picks up that rifle. Yusk finds the pick.
No
Panda
way!
Closes it out.
No
they
way!
Win that round, bro. They win that round, bro. Be for real.
It's gonna be a little close, but they do have it.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
Cake, bro. Cake.
That is so good.
So they're FFing, right? Like
I would at this point, you know, even though like it's 3rd map and like it doesn't hurt if you continue to play the game. My mental's washed at that point. You have full rifles and you lose to. I just don't know. It feels like the scene, one of those scenes from Iron Man, where he's in a cage. Tony Stark is in a cage and he just has nothing to him, but he just still defeats all the bad guys. I don't know. Ridiculous. One of the best thrifties I've seen from MSU Esports. from MSU Black.
Yeah, that was beautiful for sure. It looks like Facade is trying to make something happen mid yet again. They do instantly burst out that Sage wall. That's why I'm not a big fan on Sage of Sage on this map. I think you'd get better value out of the Vice or the Deadlock. We were talking about how good it is to run with a second Sentinel. I think that going into maybe next season, obviously they probably don't want to change it up mid-season, but going into next season they may want to look into trying that out. Might message Panthief after this game, give him some ideas maybe. You know. You never know. B team player helped C team player, even though C team player did better than B team player. We won't talk about that.
All right, buddy. That's enough. That's enough.
He is fighting for his life mid a little bit. They're trying to make something happen, but it's just really stalematey. They're really slow playing this round.
Oh,
DS
no.
does finally get up. Panthief instantly finds the pick. Yusk finds another one. He draws all the
Timing
attention to let
heaven.
Panda get the freest kill of his life. And
No
MT6
way.
goes down immediately to Kevin. Beautiful round.
They
Flawless
just-
from MSU. One more to close it out, baby.
No, it's literally so over, and I'll tell you exactly why. For some reason, how did you have a gun, Omen? For some reason, Hendrix decides to force that round, which means they have to play with what you see on screen right now. You've got one Vandal, two Guardians, one Spectre, and one Bulldog. Hey, we're the Bulldogs. Get that gun out of your hands. I don't know. It's not a really good play, especially forcing after that round.
No, yeah, I fully agree. You never want to play match point with a gun disadvantage. You're
Nope.
already pretty low on morale. You need a big round to swing it back in your favor. And it looks like they're not getting that.
Oh no!
Insta-kill.
Oh no!
Oh my god. It's beautiful. It's ref against the world, and quite honestly, I am ye of little faith. I don't believe that he has this at all. And he
Yep.
goes down to Panda with the cross play, baby.
Yep. You'll love to see it. MSU secures the game. That means they move on to the finals in the NECC playoffs. That is awesome. Awesome to see. Before we get an interview, I do want to talk about the leaderboard. Panda going crazy this game with 19 and 12. That's really big considering the amount of rounds they played. They only played 17 rounds, which means on average, Panda got 1 kill per round, as well as Use getting 1 kill per round. Look at that KDA. 17 and 8? That's a KDA
Crazy,
of 2. That is ridiculous. Pants Thief with 13 and 14 has some really good sight holds and is really playing for the team. You can see that with the
5
8
first bloods on
assists.
Cypher.
5 first bloods? I didn't even notice that.
Cypher, bro.
That's more
I
than
think 4 of them were from attack, by the way. I'm like 90% sure that the only first blood on defense was Omen.
There's no way, bro. There's
I'm
no
like
way.
90% sure, bro. He's not a Sentinel player at heart, bro.
He's not a Sentinel player at heart, but you know
He's
what?
got more first bloods than their whole, than their team, than their
spirit's reborn. The eternal flame, it calls it shaking my core. And it's gonna get loud. Can't believe what is not true. How could I ever doubt you? I am here, but I can't forget. I was born to rise. Oh, 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 but I will soar. My spirit's reborn. The eternal flame calls it shaking my core. And it's gonna get loud. Can't believe what is not true. How could I ever doubt you? I am here, but I can't forget. I was born to rise.
Welcome back, MSU Esports. Again, my name is Benjamin, also known as Artemis, and I've been your co-caster. Along with me has been Landon Organism, and we've got two of the winners from this match. We've got Wade, also known as Pants Thief, and Citri, Maddie, also known as Citri. Citri, for the audience, is on the left, and Wade and Pants Thief is on the right. We'll start with Pants Thief. Pants Thief, how do you feel about winning your semifinals match?
I think we did phenomenally well. We were able to figure out, besides on Vine, but we were able to figure out exactly their playstyles on maps they weren't comfortable on, and just figure out how to play around that, because they stuck to a very strict plan for playing maps that they didn't really know or were comfortable playing on.
Yeah, not much changing from their gameplay, even after the timeouts, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I had a question for you as well, Pants Thief. I was wondering how your mindset changes between maps based off of your role swaps, because we saw you play the really aggressive duelist on the first two with the Yoru and then the Jet, and then we got to see you play the Cypher and get a lot of similar value out of both. So I was just wondering how your mindset changes between those.
So yeah, the first game, the idea behind the Yaru was just to go in and make space and get in there fast, and then pair it with Breach ult and Breach stuns with my ult, just to get to their backline really fast. And then Jet was just a comfort pick on Binds, which it didn't work out too well, but it was just a bad... We hadn't practiced that map a lot, so we weren't ready for it. And then swapping over to Split, nobody really knows how to play Sentinel on that map besides me, so I swapped over to that, and I knew that I still needed to have an aggressive role, so I would make sure I was pushing in front of people to make sure to keep the momentum up and make sure we were going where we were supposed to, because otherwise we'd get a little stagnant.
Yeah, 5 first bloods on Cypher is crazy. Wild.
Yeah, I don't know how you did 5 first bloods. We were trying to look at it, and unless we were wrong, we saw that 4 of them were from offense, which is kind of crazy. And your overall first bloods were more than your duelist, Tyler Panda.
Yeah, I've just learned to not solely rely on my abilities to try and get better at the game and get better with my aim, because my aim's not always there, as we've witnessed these past 2 weeks. So I'm trying to just get more confident playing the game and not focusing on the abilities and like relying on them too much to secure kills.
Yeah, we saw some really good timings from all of the team, but especially you. And on defense, on Split, that kill that you secured on the Omen that was just lurking up was just a masterclass. I don't know how you found the timing on him, but he worked up completely, and then you swung on him, and he was looking to the right, trying to clear heaven, and it was just amazing. It was a really good timing, and it definitely is calculated. You can't be doing that many timings and it be a coincidence. So really good job on that part. Maddie, how do you feel about this match? And it's Landon's question now. Go ahead, Landon.
Yeah, I was just gonna see, Maddie, when you guys were kind of forming the idea for the team, I feel like you guys didn't go into it with the idea of double controller being something very prevalent in your plays. But as the season's gone on, I feel like y'all have done that more and more map to map. Was that like you felt like you needed to be able to focus less on smoking individually, or did that just like work better for you guys so you could cycle them more, or what was the thought process behind that?
Honestly, it was more of my team's thought process. I've never been for double controller unless it's very specific maps. I know Linda likes to play Clo a lot. You have maps like Abyss. Even, I think it was on Sunset, we would run double controller as well. He would run Clove and I'd run Omen pretty much every time. It's really doubled down on him as kind of a duelist smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's really heavy dependent, but we've gotten more used to it. Sense of kind of putting Panda in there as a side duelist as Clove.
Gotcha. Well, that sounds great. Ben, I think you have another question for Maddie as well.
Yeah, I do have a question for you, Maddie. Who would you say, as the controller, who would you say do you think you benefit the most, like with your smokes on the team? Is it the duelist or is it the sentinel? Who do you think benefits from your omen blinds, your smokes, and your teleports?
When it comes to attacking, I definitely think the duelist. I try to push in and be kind of like an initiator because I'm not used to kind of lurking as much. I'll do it every once in a while, but definitely on attack, I try to duelist, usually Wade, and then on post plan or even on defense, I try to play off my sentinel. Obviously, it's very situational, but that's how my usually goes to. I usually ask Alex if he wants. Usually, Alex plays Cypher. Saw that on Haven. Hey, do you need smokes right away, or you set up and things like that? It kind of depends on who's on the rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I know I click pretty well with Wade playoff stuff, so I find myself doing towards the duelist here and there.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving us some insight on how you click with the other teammates. Controller feels like a sort of centrist when it comes to gameplay. You're definitely a lot more aware of where your teammates are and where you need to place your utility. I myself, like an initiator, I don't have to worry as much. I have to look at where we're pushing, but controller takes a different level of understanding where smokes need to be. So really good job on your smokes for your first and second maps. Did you have a last question for Maddie, Landon?
Sure do. Yeah, I was just wondering, how has the team dynamic changed throughout the season? Like, was it less serious and became significantly more serious? Was it super fun and then it became less fun or more fun? Just like, how has the environment of the team and like the mindset of everyone changed throughout the season?
I think, honestly, at the beginning, because we started out with 7 people on our team, did a rotation. Even going throughout the season, we had to do that. It was kind of hard to work as a team because we kept playing with different people and different play styles. But when we had Will move up to White, kind of got a solid roster down with 5 playing most of the time. It helped us kind of gain chemistry and know how each other play. We did have a little bit of struggles here in the practices. Just with, queuing ranked, it's always a toss-up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But we've never taken it too seriously just because we are the C team. We know we have student commitments, So, and even outside of student commitments, we have job commitments and other things like that. So we definitely like when we're here, we're bringing our A game, trying our hardest, but we like to laugh here. It's not very strict. We're not like getting aim training hours outside of practice, stuff like that. It's more of just play when you can.
It's going to be a really exciting match. Do you know who you're going against?
We do not know yet. It depends on
It is
after tonight.
PVCC Pumas.
It's sorry, who is that?
PVCC Pumas.
PVCC, is that, I don't know, Pittsburgh? I don't know. PVCC, let me look up. It thought I was talking about PVC pipe.
PVC pipe.
It's Piedmont, Virginia Community College.
Oh, Piedmont.
Piedmont, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, interesting. Hopefully you guys can do some studying up on how they play, and we will be more than happy to get your final streams. And with that being said, I have been your streamer and co-caster and observer, Artemis, and this has been my caster, Landon. Thank you for being here along with me on the ride, and thank you for putting on an amazing show, Maddie and Wade, and thank you to the audience for your support in watching MSU Esports, watching us compete, watching us be just better. And we will see you guys in the next broadcast.
Buy a jersey.
Buy a jersey, yes.
Asking why